All right, we live. Boom. 2 seconds. Everybody like and share if possible. I'm saying.
Make sure your phone's on mute.
Please. All right, Shalom Israel, Yahabah Shem Yahshua to all the brothers, Shalom Yahabah Ilathun, by Shem Yahshua to all the sisters out there in the nation of Israel. This is the Isupk starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. It says 1969. We've been teaching all blacks, Hispanic, Salakian, and Native American Indians that they are the true 12 tribes of Israel according to the Bible. And because you have a biblical identity, because the Lord gave you a promise, and because your ancestors made a covenant with God, it is our duty to live our lives a certain way. You see what I'm saying? Of course, our culture, our customs, our traditions, all those things have been stripped from us, taken from us in our captivity here in America. You see what I'm saying? But Barakatah Yahweh Yahushai, we was fortunate enough to have the Isupk here in America to remind us of our true traditions, to remind us of our true customs, to remind us of our true culture. You see what I'm saying? Because our culture is the secret to our strength. Keeping our culture and not keeping our enemy's culture is the secret to our strength. It's a secret to us escaping from our captivity. You see what I'm saying? I'm preaching Officer Shalimah, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm preaching Officer Bakar.
And today is very important. What's today? Who can tell me what today is? Today is a beautiful day. Go ahead, young man.
Today is the blowing of trumpets.
It's the memorial blowing of the trumpets. You know what I'm saying? This is a high holy day. Or is it a feast day? Which one? Why is it a high holy day and not a feast day? Who knows? What makes today a high holy day? We're supposed to come together, do a Sabbath class. You know what I'm saying? We throw on our garments that you know what I'm saying? That you see brothers in, probably not as often. Why do we do that today and not during the feast days? Go ahead.
Is it because the Lord commanded us to do so? Specifically for the days.
Yeah, technically, but the answer that I'm looking for is
give us a little bit more.
Yeah, see, give us a little more if you can.
You're right.
The Lord did command us to keep these days. That's why we do everything. That's why I don't eat pork. That's why I don't celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving, which is the slaughter of 77 million of my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't celebrate those things, because you can find in the Bible where God told us not to do those things, right? Following out the customs of the heathen and how he hate and despise our feast days. But what is it about the memorial blowing of trumpets that's specific and different from the other feast days that we'll keep? Why is it a high holy day, not a feast day? I'll give it to you for time's sake. If it's going to be a high holy day, it's going to be listed in the book of Leviticus chapter 23. You see what I'm saying? You also have the Feast of Purim. That's a feast day where we just teach the class. You have the Feast of Hanukkah, right? That's a feast day where we teach the class. It's not listed in the book of Leviticus chapter 23, and that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask everybody to take the time to like and share the class. You know what I'm saying? Today, we're going to go into our tradition. You know what I'm saying? What we're going to do, we're going to read the Hebrew. The reason that we read the Hebrew is because why? Why do we read the Hebrew when we read the prayers? Why is that important? Why can't just read? Why can't just pray regular? You know what I'm saying? In the tongue that we speak. Why is it so important to speak the Hebrew language, the Lashon Kadash, as it's originally called? Because it's more powerful when we pray to God in our original tongue. You see what I'm saying? That's the true reason. So when we pray to God, we're going to get up. You're going to see us get up. You're going to see us, you know what I'm saying, do our custom, pour this wine. We're going to open up this scroll, which is the Bible on this big scroll, written out, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to read the prayers in Hebrew while facing the east. The reason that we face the east is because we're praying towards our homeland. We always want to face our homeland and pray to that land because the Lord promised that he'll return us to that land someday soon. You see what I'm saying? And that is the entire point of us coming in here and keeping our current traditions today. Because one day we're going to go back. But we're not going to go back if you're not willing to do what God told you to do. If you're too proud, you're too caught up in the ways of the heathen and things like that, we never going to go back to our homeland. We never going to get up from under our oppressors' necks and things like that. Everybody understand, right? Feel free to raise your hand and ask questions as we get through this. I know this is some of y'all first time in class. If anybody's curious about anything that we're doing, why do we do this? Why do we do that? Feel free to raise your hand. That's what we're here for. But we're gonna jump right into it. All right, it's like you want to add anything?
No, I was looking for a precept for speaking in our language.
Come, Baba Gashaf.
I found Zephaniah, but I know it's one a little bit better in the Apocrypha.
Come.
But the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 9, it says, "For then I will turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent."
With one consent.
And that's just what we do. We speak a pure language. You know what I'm saying? English and all these languages is a slave language that our slave masters, our oppressors have taught us. So, like you said, reading this in the Hebrew and saying our prayers in the Hebrew, it gives it more power because it's more pure. You know what I'm saying? This is a language, an ancient language that people, people considered it I want to say they, up until a certain period in time, I'm not really sure the time period, but they were, Hebrew was a known language, you know what I'm saying, throughout the earth, as far as like people considering the language now it's considered like an ancient, archaic language that they no longer listed, up with the Latin, the Spanish,
right,
all the different, Italian, German, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, if I may, you know what I'm saying, this is the first language on the planet. You know what I'm saying? The Lashma Gadaz is the first language. That's why it's very simple. Abba, it's very easy to understand and read once you start practicing it. It wasn't until the Tower of Babel where Nimrod tried to build a damn tower to the heavens. You see what I'm saying? That the Lord had to put other languages in the earth just to confuse people. So now y'all stop everything y'all doing. I don't know what the hell y'all doing. And that's when different languages and different tongues became a thing on the planet. But until then, people spoke this language. And this is the language of our ancestors. So when something's taken from you, right, and you're trying to prove to someone of authority that you see them and that you acknowledge them, you know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go back to that thing that was taken from you. We got to understand that the reason that we in oppression is because this is what we chose. Am I lying? We chose this. The Lord gave us our covenant. We made the promise, right? He told Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I'm going to make sure the seed of Israel is my chosen people on the earth. We meant to rule. We meant to be in dominion. But we so focused on following everybody else's customs that then we fall short. And then we be beneath everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get right into it. We're going to read Leviticus chapter 23. You know what I'm saying? With that, I imagine just us up here. I imagine means to stand in the Hebrew. Let me get
No, just us.
Yeah, this us up here. Y'all good. Let me get a young man. Mm-hmm. You step in front of the camera here. Then step in front of the camera. Step right here. You good. Mm-hmm. What you gonna do is you gonna stand in that Maiju.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, you gotta stand in that Maiju. I'm saying heels together, fists like this. You go to Mount Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna state your registry. Do you remember how to state your registry? So you're gonna say your name, Bon God. You a Gadite, right? Most time you got a Gadite up in the house. So you're gonna say your name, Bon God, Bon Yashal.
Antonio Bon God Yashal.
No, Bon God,
Bon God, Antonio Yashal.
So it would be Antonio, Bon God, Bon Yashal. So that's how you want to say it all together.
Antonio Bon God, Bon Yashal.
You'll come back to a mic. You'll salute, brothers. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Say
Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
And what we're doing right now, for anybody that don't know what the hell is going on here and what they're saying, no one can step up on the priestly podium without proclaiming themselves to be an Israelite. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to tell us where it is you're from. It's funny because the blowing the trumpets, what it is we breaking down here today, this is something people had to do before they ever enter into our gates. They had to state their registry, say who it is they was. Otherwise, an alarm would sound. You see what I'm saying?
We read that in Nehemiah.
Yeah, kind of. If you remember the precept, we might be able to pull it. But otherwise, an alarm would sound. And it's like, who the hell are you at our gate? Is it a threat? Is it not a threat? So anybody that we're gonna keep them saying, because anybody that come up here behind this camera and claim to have any sort of dominion over this Bible, they have to proclaim themselves to be an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? We come up over from here. Sign Christ. You step in the middle. Get a brother in the hand. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get the Hebrew. I gotta do it. You gonna start with me? Sorry. Now what you gonna do? You can put your left fist over your chest. You gonna stick the chalice out. You can say Lie Yasha, and kill it. Drink the whole thing. What that means is to Israel. You know what I'm saying? If you ever kick it with Israelite brothers, you know that we take a drink and instead of saying cheers or
Right.
What else they say?
Salute
or something like that. We say Lie Yasha. Some people are like, the hell does that mean? It sounds cool, but what does that mean? That means to Israel. You know what I'm saying? Taking a drink to Israel. Because it's an important day. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for me. Sorry. That back. I'll cover the scroll. Let me hand it to you. Over your right shoulder. Boom. Put your fist here. Oh, there you go. You good. Imagine that means for everybody to stand and face the east. The east is gonna be to y'all right. Or my right. Yeah. We're gonna begin with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna read everything in Hebrew, and we're gonna read it in English as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all repeat after me as to the best of your ability, but don't sweat it too much, all right? This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Haya. Shamka. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Haya. Asha. Ratza. Kawa. Haya. Hashemayim. Lakum. Call your one. What's a lot now? Cover what you know? Cause a lot now. Cover what you know? Wala Tabaya now. On the side of one. A ball. How a shine. How a shine one. Right Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wahatapa Araf. La'ai. There it is. Go ahead.
And this is the prayers in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debt. As we forgive our debt. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
This is so be it. This is the kat or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahusha. Baba Kasha. The thunder now. Haka. Larapa'a. Call Makala. Makal Marawa. Haka. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Haka. Lahakwayim. Hamathim. Haka. Arakwawa. Hatama Allah. Lagorsha. Bahashim Yahusha.
In the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shah.
To cast them out in the name of Yahweh.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you. So
be it.
This is blessed Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Barak Lenau.
Barak Lenau.
Why Yasha'Allah.
Why Yasha'Allah.
Wahabaya.
Wahabaya.
Sapari.
Safari.
Hashem Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh Shah. The water in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us and Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Asha'ah. Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahari.
Al-Hahari.
Ma'ayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa Aratiza.
Wa
All your fun.
All your fun.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regal.
All your nawan.
All your
Shamarka.
Shamar.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawan.
Yanawan.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yashan.
Yashan.
Shalomar.
Shalomar.
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Regalka.
Tazar. Ayah.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawaman.
Yawaman.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayara.
Wayara.
Balayala.
Balaya.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamar.
Makora.
Makara.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Atnapashka.
Adnapash.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamor.
Yashamar.
Taza'aka.
Taza'aka.
Waba'aka.
Waba'aka.
Ma'aitha.
Ma'aitha.
Wa'ai
Wa'ai. In the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy going in.
From this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you. So be it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahani.
Alahani.
Adamayalaka.
Adamayalaka.
Altakarash.
Al-Karash.
Wa all tashakwat.
Wa all tashakwat.
Al-Kayahana.
Al-Kayahana.
Awayadyaka.
Awayadyaka.
Yahamayawan.
Yamahayawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka.
Al-Amaka.
Ya'awayamwa.
Ya'awayam.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapayanyaka.
Or it's like Amorwa.
Amor.
Wakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakyada.
Wanakakyada.
Magoya.
Magaw.
Wala'a.
Wala.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Samyasha'ala.
Sham Yasha.
Awada.
Awada.
Haya.
Haya.
Nawa'atazawa.
Nawa'atazawa.
Labar.
Labar.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Bayara.
Bayara.
It's like Yakaratwa.
Yakaratwa.
Ahoya.
Ahoy.
Alawan.
Alawan.
Washamai.
Washamai.
It's like Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Alayam.
Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagardi.
Wahagari.
Gabor.
Gabor.
Wa'anwa.
Wa'anwa.
Wa'amalat.
Wa'amalat.
Alasha.
Alasha.
Amyashabya.
Amashabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Yalawa. Nalawa.
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 Adman.
Ayman.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Sarawat.
Sarawat.
Laban Yalawa.
Laban Yalawa.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham. Hamadyan. Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kanyabyan.
Kanyab.
Wanakor.
Wanakor.
Kayashwan.
Kayashwan.
Nasamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ayan Da'ara.
Ayan Da'ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adaman.
Shadifamwa.
Shayatam.
Nada.
Nada.
Yamawa.
Yamawa.
Kaira.
Kayara.
What kaza? It's like it. What kaza alu?
Wakazahaba.
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak.
Wakatazal,
Wakatazal.
Manai,
Manai.
Call,
Call.
not slightly. Nasa Yakamwa.
Nasa Yakamwa.
There you go. Ashtar,
Ashtar.
Amorwa,
Amara.
Naya Rasha,
Naya Rasha.
Lanawa,
Lanawa.
Naawa,
Naawa.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Shakakamwa,
Shayakam.
Kagolgala,
Kagogala.
Kakwas,
Kakwas.
Lapanya,
Lapanya.
Rawakwa,
Rabaka.
Kahaas, Lavaira, Laira,
Yahara.
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba.
Talaha,
Talaha.
Harayam,
Harayam.
Khan,
Khan.
Daradakma,
Taradakma.
Vasairaka,
Vasaha.
Wabasa,
Wabasa.
Wapaka,
Wapata.
Tabahalu,
Tabahala.
Mala'a,
Mala'a.
Panyahan,
Panyaha.
Kalawan,
Kalawan.
Waya,
Waya.
Wapashwa, Shamka,
Shumka.
Yahawah,
Yahawah.
Bashwa,
Bashwa.
Waya,
Waya.
Waholwa,
Wahola.
Anyai, Waya,
Waya.
Kaporwa,
Kapara.
Waya,
Waya.
Abadwa,
Badwa.
Waya,
Waya.
Daiwa,
Daiwa.
Kaya Atha,
Kaya.
Shamka,
Shumka.
Yahawah,
Yahawah.
Barka,
Badka.
Alyawan,
Alyo.
Akolha,
Alkaha.
Aratiza.
In the English. Keep not thou silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O God.
Oh God,
Hold not thy peace.
hold not thy peace,
And be not still.
and be not still.
O God.
Oh God,
For lo.
for lo,
Thy enemies make a tumult.
the enemies make a tumult,
And they that hate you have lifted up the head.
and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come
come,
and let us cut them off from being a
and
nation,
let us have them offer me a nation,
that the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
that the name of Israel shall be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one
For
consent.
they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and
Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them as unto the Midianites,
do unto them and unto the Midianites,
as unto Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Indo, at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like a rat,
and like Zeb.
and like the Ed.
Yeah, and all the princes of Zabah,
Yea, and all the princes like Zabah,
and as Shamuna,
and as Nahum,
who said,
let
Let us take ourselves the houses of God in possession.
us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stumble before the wind,
as the stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire from wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
Oh Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish.
that men may know that thou,
And many may know that
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high of all the earth.
art the most high of all the earth. Thank you.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you. So be it. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Why Yahweh Shah?
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Why Mayakah?
Wa Alahai.
Why Alahai?
Matazab Slack. Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawat.
Alawat.
Ha Alawat.
Ha Alawat.
Hasaranya.
Hasaran.
Ha Kwatazayanya.
Ha
Ha
Wakayom.
Kwayayonya.
Ha Wakayom.
Wa Ha Watya.
Waha Wakim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Wa Hashim Yahweh Shah.
Wahashim Yahweh Shah. The water in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And
and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captain, the officer, the trooper, and the sister, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, and all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now. Send evil, and curses, and punishment, and destruction to the heathen. That speak against us thy prophets. The teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evil, and curses, and punishment, and destruction to the heathen. And shake loose, the treasure. The treasure of the rich of Israel, that refuse to get to the school, force their riches, into thy sanctuary, send evil, and curse, and punishment, and destruction to the Edomites, and the nation, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogue, and army, the Roman Catholic Church, Pope, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, the Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, the skinheads, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, the witchcraft, workers of the space program, army, Navy, aircraft, and the Marines, and Wall Street, and open up the internet, and the airways, access channel, and the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction, to all the heathen, that stand in the way, or try to stop us. From broadcasting your word, throughout the planet. Let loose all the planet. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief, and the murder, Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucer, and punish all the heathen, that come up against us, as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known. By all. And it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread. Throughout the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always. So be it. Yeshabi, which means everybody can be seated. Clap it up. Grab this way. Sit this down. Most High in Christ. Hey, get a little in, man. The beautiful things. Shalom, sis. Good to see you as well. You know what I'm saying? Was Monica able to get in? She to what? Yes. I thought she called me. All right, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that we take the time to read all of our prayers, to read in the Hebrew. Go ahead and be seated up. You what? Very important that we take the time to read all of our prayers, to read it in Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got a demon on, you're going to be like, God damn. It's a lot of goddamn reading and prayers and faith in these, wasn't it? But it's important that we do these things. What does the scripture say? Study to show thyself approved. You know what I'm saying? We need to prefer our culture. We need to prefer ourselves. And it's very beautiful with something that was taken from us, with something that was stripped from us. It's glorious in the eyes of God. We take the time to relearn our culture. You see what I'm saying? So the angels rejoice, man, when we take the time to read this Hebrew. I don't care how long it takes. Some of us might be reading Hebrew for the very first time, but this is our ancient language, man. You see what I'm saying? So whether you up there, Abba, Salah, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing that you taking the time to care about what belongs to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing push-ups ain't easy, is it? If you never did a push-up before, just like reading this Hebrew ain't easy if you never read this Hebrew before. Just like keeping your customs ain't easy if you never kept your custom before. Just like putting down weed ain't easy if you never stopped smoking weed before. Just like stop celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's not nothing easy if you never done it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, right. But it's important that we do it. You know what I'm saying? To prove that we worthy of salvation. You know what I'm saying?
If I may add.
Go ahead.
I'm you said, like Priest brought out, keeping these customs, you're not going to learn this nowhere else. You understand? America has taught you their customs, their culture. We teaching you our culture. You understand? This is an exclusive culture that you're getting only for Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. You understand? This belongs to you, nobody else. So while everybody's gonna be celebrating Halloween and Thanksgiving, they celebrating, the culture of another nation. You understand? Another people. Halloween come from somewhere over in Europe somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And all these different cultures, they bring a Roman or Greek or African or whatever, history to it. You understand? And our history is this found right here in this Bible. That's why everything that we're doing right here is found in the scriptures. It's not something that we just improvise and we'll make it up. You understand? This is a process that we do because we are honoring our Father, and we're honoring our King, and we're honoring our nation, our people. You know what I'm saying? That was all I was going to say.
So what we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it's how holy day, we're not just gonna say it. We're gonna show you why it is we gathered here, why it is we're doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Get yourselves a hand too, so like it. Don't forget to get yourselves a hand. Because like the car said, you could be anywhere right now. Yeah. What's the day? Sunday night in Sin City. Oh my goodness. You could be doing anything. But you took the time out of your day to be here. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord sees that. God sees that. And it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody pull for me, thou art a peculiar people real quick before we jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at if you're somebody that's in the world, I think that's Deuteronomy 14:2. When you look at the way we live in the world, going with the flow, doing everything else, this is weird. This is a very strange thing that we're doing. That's how Adam and Eve felt in the garden, though, ain't it? They realized that the rest of the people in society was not living the way they was living. And then what did they feel? What did the scripture call it? How did Adam and Eve feel when they realized they were different from everyone else? They felt naked, right? They felt naked. Not a physical nakedness, but exposed. You ever feel like a sword, like you stick out like a sore thumb? The Bible is full of metaphors and allegories. That's what it means when it says naked. Like I say, like 80% of the time in the scriptures, it's never talking about a physical nakedness. So Adam and Eve, they wasn't physically naked in the garden. They realized that the customs they was keeping was not the same customs everybody else was keeping, and they feel weird and exposed and like a sore thumb and different. But the Bible says this though about what it is we're doing today. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people.
We are holy people. What does the word holy mean? Who knows? One of you niggas know. Shush. There it is. Go ahead, sis. Separate. There you go. Y'all are separate people. Christianity will tell you that we are equal. We are the same. We are just as important. In what society? That's what I always want to know. In what society? Why are we not slacking? Go ahead.
I was going to say, ain't nothing on the earth equal. You understand?
The lion not equal to the gazelle. You know what I'm saying? The bear not equal to the salmon. And in America, you're not equal to the white man either. They don't have no problem telling you. Did Charlie Kirk have a problem telling you that you was not equal? Do you have a problem telling you that you were the problem? His dying breath amazes me. I look at the way the Lord works, and Charlie Kirk's dying breath is absolutely astonishing. Someone asked him, they said, "Yeah, do you know the rate for gun violence in the last 10 years?" Who knows what he said right before a bullet got put in his throat? Go ahead. He said, including or not including gang violence. And then he was smoked. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with you, a Charlie Kirk fan. That was insane to me. Even on his dying breath. This is a college campus. He asked a basic question. He just want to know, what's the rate for gun violence? You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't help but find a way to bash you and your people. When gangs was created, correct me if I'm wrong, gangs was created to defend our families from white oppression.
And
go ahead.
I was going to say, gangs was created by the white man.
By the white man originally. More specifically, the so-called Bloods and the so-called Crips was invented to protect against white oppression. You know what I'm saying? But originally, like you said, yeah, gang violence is white culture. You know what I'm saying? White culture that we adopted. But what we gonna do is we're gonna go right into the book of Leviticus. Oh, is that it on that?
No.
It's like let's keep reading. Let's get that.
For this, once again, book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people.
To be a what?
A peculiar people.
To be a what does the word peculiar mean? You know what peculiar is, young brother? Yeah. Different, weird, strange. You know what I'm saying? Separate.
Interesting.
Interesting. What are they doing? What are they wearing? What the hell he got? What's the flaps that's hanging from his shirt? Why are all those women covered up like that? Why are they babbling over there? Because we're peculiar people, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say we fools for Christ. That's what the scriptures call people that actually follow Christ. Because look how it looks. It looks different. You know what I'm saying? But it's the beautiful thing, though. Because you got to understand, if you are a royal bloodline, if you have blood in you that's meant to govern the planet, what king and queen do you know that we don't have queens in Israel? We know that. But what royal bloodline do you know in history that doesn't have rules that they have to follow? What royal bloodline do you know that conducts themselves the way everybody else conducts themselves? It doesn't exist. We have to do what? Lead by example. We have to be the example because we special, because we peculiar, because we different. We got to show that in our actions as well. You know what I'm saying?
And when we say no queens in the room, we meaning we are princes. Our sisters are princesses. You know what I'm saying? We don't, kings and queens is not our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we ask for. You know what I'm saying? Being like another people. You understand?
And if you don't know why, you can find that in you know what I'm saying? That's in the book of First Maccabees where it talks about the daughters of Zion. You're the daughters of Sarah. You know what I'm saying? The promise was given to who? Abraham, right? That's who the promise was first given to. Abraham was the man that proved himself worthy of God's promise. That's our ancestor. And his wife was Sarai, or her name was changed to Sarah, which means what? Who knows what Sarai and Sarah means? Anybody online? Go ahead, sis.
What do you mean, princess?
Princess, exactly. That's exactly what it means. And that's the reason why we have princesses in Israel and not queens. Because queen comes from what? It's that's an Egyptian thing, ain't it? I think the word queen derives from Egyptian times, which really means whore or prostitute or woman of many men if you go deep into the origin of the word. But queen was never our sister's culture. It was always princess, you know what I'm saying? Being an example of Sarah, who was the husband of Abraham, and not of what's her name? Cleopatra. So but we're gonna read 7 verses in the Hebrew and we're gonna break it down in English, all right? So go ahead whenever you're ready. Bear with it.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, beginning at verse 1, written in Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh al Mashah Lamar, Dabar al Banya Yashar Allah, Wa Amarath, Allaham Mawaidia, Yahweh, Mawaidia, Salakia, Yahweh, Ashar, Ta Kara, Wa Atam, Ma Karaya, Kadash al Ha Ham,
Alahayim.
Mawaiya,
There you go.
Shishath, Yamayam, Da Isha, Malaka, Slakia,
Where you at? Mala'aka.
Malaka, Wabaya, Wamha, Shabaya, Shabbathwan, Makara, Kadash Kal, Malaka, La'a, Daishwa, Daishwa,
There you go.
Shabbat, Hawa'a, Layao,
Slow down.
Layaha, Layahawa,
There you go.
Bakal.
Call that word.
Moash Bataya Kam.
Go ahead.
Aha Moai Ya Yahweh Makara Ya Kadash Ashar Dakara Wa Athamba Wa Slakia Atham Bama Wa Aidam Baka Slak
Bakadash.
Bakadash
Mm-hmm.
Harashwan
There you go.
Ba'ara Ba'ara by Ishara
I.
Aishara La Kadash Mayan Ha Arabiam
Mm-hmm.
Pasak La Yahweh
Go ahead. What sign occurs?
Waba Ka'amash Kama Slahia Waba Ka'amasha Aishara Yawam La Kadash Hazah Ka'aka Matazah Wa La Yahweh Shabbai Yamayam Matazawa
There you go.
Ta'akawa by
Ah.
Ta'akawa
There you go.
Bayam
By your one.
Slaki Bayawam Ha Ra'ash one Makara'a Kadash Yahaya Lakam Kal Mala'ak Mala'aka Abada La'a Da'ishwa Da'ishwa.
There you go.
Slaki.
That was 7 verses. One sign. Get that brother in here. Now, when you hear what you just heard, this is what the Bible sounded like at first. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Bible used to sound like. It used to only sound like what you just heard. You know what I'm saying? And it's important that we get fluent with the way it used to be. Because one day, this language that we're reading it is going to be very popular again. Though. Let the book of Revelation come to pass like we know it is. Because the book of John came to pass. The book of Ezra came to pass. You know what I'm saying? Nehemiah came to pass. All those things that came to pass in the Bible. Martin Luther King came to pass, didn't it? Didn't the Bible talk about Martin Luther King? And that happened, right? Didn't the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68 happen with slavery here in America? When you read Deuteronomy 28 and 68, that happened. So we know Revelation is going to happen too. Christ is going to come back. That's the reason that we're doing what it is we're doing, because the Bible has never failed to lie to us. And one day, this is going to be another very popular language on earth. You know what I'm saying? We sharpening ourselves up to be ready for that time. But you got Leviticus chapter 23, young man?
Sure.
Yeah, read it nice and loud for me. Can you read it loud?
Yes.
Read it loud for me. You gotta remember, you reading God's word. So you're gonna read it with some honor and some power. You know, don't read it soft.
All right, and you said what chapter?
Leviticus chapter 23. Find that for me. Read it with like bass. You know what I'm saying? What's your name again? Huh?
Jamai.
Jamai, young man Jamai. Get Jamai in here. What's sign Christ? How old are you, brother? You 14 years old? Do you know you're better than every Christian pastor that I've ever met in my life? Right. You better than them because you actually keep the law of God. Christians are eating pork right now, you know, celebrating. I don't even know. But go ahead.
Okay, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter.
Loud.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, considering the feast of the Lord. Concerning the feast of the Lord. Salakia.
Go ahead.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
You said it right. Now, what's going on here is what? We just got led out of Egypt. Right? You had to be familiar with, you know, all the plagues that hit Egypt. Let my people go. We all watched The Prince of Egypt, right? Did we all watch that movie growing up? You seen The Prince of Egypt?
Yeah, I watched that like so many times.
There you go. Most of I think we all did. You know what I'm saying? Well, that movie is based off of the events, you know what I'm saying, in Genesis leading up to Exodus and Leviticus, right? Where Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt. We was in Egypt as captives because we did what? We did not keep the law of God, right? Now we got free. Prince of Egypt movie happens. Fast forward. Now the Lord saying, go tell these niggas what I want from them. Go let them know what it is I require, right? Holy convocations, which is what? What's a convocation? Go ahead, sis. A gathering.
I'm right.
A convocation, a holy convocation is what we're doing right here, right now. This is a holy convocation. This is something that was ordained that we do 5,000 years ago in the times of Moses. Like, you have something?
I was just gonna say, remember the word holy means separate, so a separate gathering.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's not your regular normal gathering that you would do with your family, you know what I'm saying, just to watch movies or entertain yourself or whatever. This is one for the Lord that we were required to do. You understand? As you know, not a normal situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a normal day. This is a day that we proclaim to the Most High, and then the Most High, when He made us His God and we His people. You understand? These are the things that He requires of us to do.
That's right.
To come together. Ain't nothing like it. It's something we already do, right? We come together for, you know, sporting events. We come together for, you know, your favorite show. You come together for your family reunions. If you still do that type of stuff.
Right.
This right here belongs to the Lord. You understand?
And if I could, you know what else we come together for? We come together for wicked reasons. How many times do we gather for death because someone was killed in our families?
Right.
For doing something that we know we don't got no business doing. Not that we shouldn't gather for that, but why is that? Why does that have to be the reason for us to get along and to come together and put our differences aside and tolerate each other for 8 hours at a damn funeral, man? You see what I'm saying? It's disgusting. The Lord said y'all should come together during these times as well. Y'all should remember the times that I was with y'all. Y'all should remember the times that y'all was with each other. Y'all should remember the times that y'all was better than your enemies and overcame your enemies. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to read about all those different times and break down what those times was. And of course, the memorial blowing the trouble as well. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading that.
Okay, I'm gonna start back from
Pick up from convocations.
Okay. Even thee are my feast.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done.
6 days shall work be done. Go ahead.
But the 7th day is the
Mhm.
Sabbath of rest.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. So 6 days is always a custom for people to work, till the land, do whatever it is they got to do, right? Whether it's slavery, whether it's, you know, that's always been the way the planet Earth has ran with humanity. But that 7th day, since the Lord is merciful, He's always gave us a break from our work, right? Why? Because in Genesis, when He had the angels creating the universe and the planet and the stars and the waters and the animals and the people, He said, God damn, that was a lot to do. You know what? Rest on that 7th day. They did 6 straight days of work and rested. And He said, because I remember how tiring work can be, working that long, I'm going to always make sure humanity has a break as well. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Okay. An holy convocation.
A holy convocation, a separate gathering, right? That's the reason that Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, we come together and we do what it is we're doing here. You see what I'm saying? But a holy convocation is basically just a Sabbath service, a Sabbath class. That's what you see. Keep reading.
Okay.
Pull Leviticus 23 from me as well, Kaiser War.
Oh God.
But go ahead, I'll keep reading.
Okay. Ye shall do no work therein.
We're not supposed to work therein. Now, fake Israelites get very confused by this. You meet some fake Israelites. if it's a Saturday, what will they do? The lights are off. I don't know where the hell. I don't know what part of the Bible they got that from.
Can't cook no food.
They can't cook. They can't use their microwave. They won't shower. Apparently, showering is work. I don't know. Am I lying? The sister looked up like, what? They want to do what? This is true stories. They want to shower, cook. They want to clean because it's supposed to be just a strictly sleep and meditate day. I guess I don't know. That's Christianity. This is not. That's not what the Bible says.
What makes them think you need to take a shower or else you're gonna stay?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know. Raise your hand next time. We're gonna ask a question. But you're absolutely right. Every time I don't have no idea. But that's the reason that. Go ahead, sis.
It's so bad that you can say that you can't do your own pleasure based on the scripture in, I think it was in Isaiah, and they'll say you can't watch any movies.
You can't watch TV.
You can't work out or like, you just gotta study.
Mm-hmm. It's a scripture that says, Tyler, pull for me where it says, for Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? This is a scripture that fake Israelites have never read in their entire life. They tell you, what are you doing playing the game, young man? It's the Sabbath. You need to just sit there and be miserable all day and don't do anything. People, they do Sabbath prep. I remember when I first started reading about it.
They get it from, if I may,
Go ahead.
Jewish man.
The Jewish man.
The
Right.
Jewish man will have people turn on his TV for him, turn on the lights for him, 'cause he can't.
Oh my goodness.
It's just they're backwards. They have these Jewish customs as not as found in the Talmud, or they just don't understand the scriptures.
And that's the reason the Bible says, learn not the way of the heathen. But we can't help but follow our enemies, even when we're trying to do right. We're going to listen to them regardless. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Bible says that you are not the Jew. They say they're Jews, but they're not. They're the synagogue of Satan. Because even then, you leading niggas to confusion. Go ahead, I'll read that.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 2, and verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto them, these words are written in red.
So who's speaking when it's written in red?
Yahweh Shah.
Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? In the ancient Hebrew, his name is Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Go ahead.
The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath.
The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. This is the day made so you can get a break, so that you can relax, do what the hell it is you want to do on the Sabbath day, as long as it's lawful.
It's not supposed to be strenuous. You're not supposed to be sitting around thinking about how you can dance around, eating cold sandwiches, thinking like
Salads.
It's Saturday. Here come Friday night sundown. Now I gotta eat Subway again. Like,
I don't understand it.
That's not what it's for. And people get it wrong because they don't understand the Bible. Like the scripture said, it's made for man. It's for us to have a day of rest from our employees, our employers. And if you are an employer, you have people that's working for you. They deserve a day of rest where they don't have to come in and work. They can be with their family and do whatever they want.
And make money for you, basically. You see what I'm saying? Make your business thrive. That's the point of the Sabbath. So if you somebody who people always ask, should we be? I can't get the Sabbath off for work. That sin isn't on you. You're fine. That sin is on who? Your employer. If America was righteous, on the money it's saying God we trust, right? If America were really trusting in God, nobody would have to work from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You see what I'm saying? And because they would want to give all their servants a break. Go ahead.
So like if I may just want to add this last thing. Christianity teaches that Sunday is the Sabbath. That's because they worship a sun god. You understand? They're not worshiping Christ. I don't know, y'all thought that your whole life you was going to church on Sunday and everything closed early on Sunday, sundown and all that stuff. And you wondering why? It's because white Christians back in the ancient times, you understand, they chose Sunday instead of the proper day because they don't understand the Bible. That's why it's not for them to understand. That's why we're here teaching, relearning, and implementing the truth of the Bible. You understand? Not something that we just went to some theological school to learn another, white person, so-called white man's way of doing things like everything else, right? Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that stuff.
That's right.
That goes along with going to church on Sundays. All the same. You understand? So
you go ahead and pick up for me, Tyler Ward.
So like what book we in? Leviticus 23.
Where was you at? Where did you finish at, young man?
I finished that verse 3, and it was after they're in.
Go ahead, Tyler Ward.
Leviticus 23:3.
Come.
So
verse 4.
come. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
In their what?
In their seasons.
So none of this is random. That's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time. This ain't just a random day that we say, y'all should come together for the for the feast of the high holy day closing of the so like memorial blowing the trumpets. You know what I'm saying? This ain't random. We doing this when it's time in their season. Keep reading.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
The 14th day of the first month. The first month starts when light is blooming. That's like the springtime, early spring. You know what I'm saying? It's not January. Sabbath isn't in January. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Keep reading.
Verse 6.
Go ahead.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread.
It's the feast of unleavened bread. It's like you said, you read Passover as well, right?
Come.
Read that part one more time for me.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
Who knows what Passover is, first of all? Go ahead.
The Passover is the freeing of.
You got it.
It's the freeing of the Israelites in the time of slavery in Egypt.
And what happened during that time?
The Pharaoh of the time had the Hebrews in slavery, and he did not want to free the slaves that he had under his tutelage, and the Most High had the Hebrews put lamb's blood over the door frame, and that the spirit would pass over them.
The spirit of death, right? I'm saying that's that part that everybody remembers in Prince of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salakia, but going back to whenever you were talking about like whenever some people say that Sunday's the Sabbath, that reminded me of my friends that are in Texas. They don't understand it, and they keep celebrating that, and I feel bad because like I've been hanging out with them and talking to them for years now. And it's the fact how I want them to understand the Bible just like I do. So is there anything, like any advice that you can give me?
You know the best way to help somebody else understand the Bible? Read my mind. Who knows the best way to help? The best way you can help somebody understand the Bible is by changing yourself. That's the best way. You see what I'm saying? We all used to be in the world. That was an excellent question, by the way, young man. But we all used to be in the world, right? We all used to eat pork and celebrate Christmas and get high and do all of those things. And that's the person that our friends and family know and recognize. That's the person they're familiar with. So we start telling them, yeah, you know, we supposed to be not eating shrimp and crab. Shut up. Your name is your name is Steven. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. What you talking about? And take off them crazy clothes and stop yelling on them damn street corners too. I be seeing you. It doesn't make sense to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they remember the person you used to be. But when you genuinely change, guess what you become? You become unrecognizable to the people you were close with. You become unrecognizable to your friends. Eventually, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, man, you wanna hit this? Oh no, I'm good." They're gonna be like, "What? What you mean? Hey man, you coming over to Thanksgiving, right? We gonna, oh man, I ain't pulling into that. I ain't pulling into that shit. I'm good." What? When they start to act, you have to understand it's a miracle for Black people to not be a product of the environment. Because that's what we all are, right? We products of our environment. We're all victims to the way we was raised. We are victims of our own trauma, but we be able to get over your trauma and change your life. That's something that no one ever sees. That's something unbelievable because no one ever converts to Christianity and actually stop being the wicked person they was. It doesn't happen. I'm a testament to that. No one here who was ever a Christian actually stopped sinning or stopped being a damn tyrant, stopped selling drugs. No sister ever stopped being a whore because she got dipped in water, in bath water, in the Christian. It's never happened. No one expects anything from you when you're a Christian. But when you actually change, and you saying the reason that you changed is because of the Bible, you become somebody unrecognizable. You become unavailable because you're always so busy doing something for that damn school. Guess what's gonna start happening? They're gonna start asking, man, what's that? What you said? Hey, I saw you on Facebook. What was that? Passover? What was that in North Carolina? Worship? What's that again? You call it garments that you be wearing? Y'all still regular niggas, y'all cool, but man, what's that? Now they're curious. Now they can listen to you because now you're someone else. Christ said a prophet is not received in his own home. It's borderline impossible for you to tell somebody that knows who you are that they're wrong about something biblical. They're not going to hear you. It's borderline impossible to tell somebody that remembers who you once were that this is what we ought to be doing, and I'm different, and now I'm better than you. They're going to think, nigga, get the hell out of here, because the prophet is not received in his own home. So you need to become somebody not of that house anymore. You become somebody of the house of God. You see what I'm saying? What's your name? Not for long. If you show consistency, then you'll have a new name. Then you become somebody different. Then you become somebody that your friends don't recognize. And then they'll become curious without you asking them about Sunday on, what day is the day of God. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
The feast of unleavened bread. So this is what happened. So after you was right, by the way. You answered the question, Taza, where you said Passover is when we got led out of Egypt, right? The Lord said, this is how I'm gonna know who not to kill. We're gonna see who listens. Take the blood of a lamb and put that blood above your door. And I will make you too wild, but don't worry about it. You too wild. Unless they're trying to come in. Don't worry about it. I will put the blood of the lamb above the door, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure the angel of death passes by you. Because I'm gonna unalive the firstborn son of everybody. It wasn't just the firstborn son of the Egyptians. Oh no, the firstborn son of everybody died this night. Of everything, animals, bugs, you know what I'm saying? Every race. If you didn't have lamb above your door, you died. But guess what though? Guess who put lamb above their door? Only the children of Israel, because they were listening to who? A prophet of God. They were listening to Moses. Moses said, hey, y'all don't want to die tonight? If you don't want to lose your son, your oldest, I suggest you put this lamb above the door. They did it. And when Pharaoh woke up and he realized his son was dead, like Moses warned him was going to happen. And he said, I'm not going to take his life. You're not going to find a bullet in his head or arrow in his back. He's not going to be of any known sickness or anything like that. This is going to be my God that does this. When that happened, Pharaoh said, get the hell out of my land. Y'all free to go, because I see this is real now. And every single year since that happened, the Lord said, I want you to remember what I did for you. You want to know why? Because if we sinned against God once and he freed us before, what makes you think he won't do it again? You see what I'm saying? Right. We in captivity in America here once more. And the scripture says it's going to come a time where I'm paraphrasing, no one talks about what happened in Egypt. Because what happens here at modern day Babylon, as the Bible calls it, which is here in America, is going to be so much worse. And you just want to make sure you're on the right-hand side of that. You don't want to be somebody who didn't put the blood of the lamb above their door.
And if I may, you can look at Egypt now as nothing. Once a great world power has been reduced to a Turkish tourist Arab destination for you to
a desolate land.
Yeah, desolate land. You understand? With no might, no power, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say, this is the God that we serve. He wants you to remember the death of your enemies.
Right.
Just like the so-called white man remembers the death of the Native Americans every time you carve that turkey on November. You can call it Friendsgiving, you can call it whatever you want to. I don't care what you call it. Celebrated on that day, around that time, you celebrate the death of the Native American Indians. That's why the so-called white man did it. Mm-hmm. He did it because he was victorious against our people.
That's right.
And we celebrate the victories that the Lord gave us against the heathens, our enemies. At the time, the Native Americans difference is the Native Americans didn't do anything to them. They gave them everything they had, showed them how to, farm the land and eat the buffalo and all of.
Showed them how to shower
and whatever else they needed. You understand? And they still killed them.
You know who? Slightly.
I was just gonna say, if I may. And Pharaoh didn't want to allow us to serve our God. That's all we wanted. Mm-hmm. All we wanted was to serve God. That's it. We were in Egypt, just wanted to do this. Serve the Lord, be obedient to the Most High, and follow his law, statutes, and commandments. And the Pharaoh didn't want us to do it. Lord, now we're doing Passover for the rest of our life in remembrance of the unaliving of all of the Egyptians, you know what I'm saying, who were and still are our enemies.
And Passover is such a good time, man. Oh my goodness, Passover is like a turn up though. Passover is like a big party function. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Lord wanted us to do. He said, "I want you to party and never forget the time that I slid for you." That's basically what it is. That's literally what he said. You know, he said, "I'll slide for you. Listen to me. You got my back. I'm gonna slide for you." You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't supposed to slide for ourselves. He said,
Yeah.
"You don't follow me. Slide.
You don't gotta lift the finger.
You got to lift the finger."
That's the difference between us and them. Everybody think they hear the revolution not gonna be televised and all this,
Man.
and they think you gotta lift up your arms and get your AKs and ARs and go in the streets. That's a lie. And you're gonna get yourself killed, and you're gonna get yourself hurt trying to go against our enemies with weapons. We have a weapon that's more powerful than anything you think you got in your house or in your armory. You understand? And it's the Lord thy God. You heard the prayers that we said, destroy our enemies with thy tempests, with, you know what I'm saying, by plagues. The Lord can cause COVID-19 and the whole earth shut down off of breath. You can't breathe. You understand? That's what type of God we serve. And the plagues that's coming to America is going to be far worse than the ones in Egypt.
That's right.
Don't make no mistakes. So that's why, like you said, we're doing this. We're gonna knock this out. But we're doing this because of that. You understand? We do that in remembrance and understanding that we must be delivered from this kingdom as well.
That's right.
We're not. I don't know if y'all know, but y'all not living good in America. I don't care what you got. You're not living. You're living just like you was in Egypt. You got your liquor. You got your drugs. If you do drugs, I'm not saying people here. But I'm talking about.
I pray that no one.
Yeah, I pray nobody's doing.
I would hope that you're.
But my point is, the people at that time, that's what they were doing. They were getting high and drunk. You don't think they found weed all on the mummies? You think they wasn't? There's marijuana in the mummies. And what else they found? They found opiates.
They found everything.
They found all type of drugs when they tested the mummy.
I don't think it's nothing they didn't find inside the mummy. They was high.
You
That's
think
like
they
when
was
niggas getting high.
get high every day? You think you was a slave? You was building them. I ain't never been to Egypt, but they say it's a wonder on how they built them. They say aliens. That's how much slaving you did in Egypt. They said there's no way a man could have built this. That's how much of a slave you was in Egypt. They didn't believe that humans did it. They have some mythical answer and explanation on how it was so perfect, how all these stones got moved with the technology. They still don't know. Because you were a hell of a slave in Egypt. And you are a hell of a slave in America. You don't understand. Look at the miracles and the things we're doing here for this country. And we must be delivered from Egypt as well. You understand?
That's right. Yeah, go ahead, talk to. I was like,
sorry, let's get.
Yeah, go ahead, talk to.
Papa God. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
So 7 days you must eat. You read that from the top of your shop.
Papa God. Leviticus 23 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
So after Passover, right? Pharaoh freed everybody from captivity. He said, "Get the hell out of my land." I don't know what force, I don't know what type of demon or witch or God or whatever y'all got with y'all. Y'all gotta go. We left. We got on the story of Moses split in the Red Sea. We got out, right? And after that, where was we? Go ahead.
We was in the wilderness.
It was in the wilderness. We left in such what? Haste. We left in haste. We left quick. We had to go, like right when the order came. So we didn't have time to prep bread properly. We didn't have time to put yeast in bread and all that. And now we living in the woods, in the wilderness, somewhere that's not a society, basically. You see what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second, Tyler. Watching you. So during that time, we get hungry. What are we eating? Unleavened bread. You see what I'm saying? Because that's all we have. We got dough. We got flour with water mixed in it, right? But we didn't have time to prep it the right way. So now all the bread is just unleavened. So the Lord said to do what? Go ahead.
For 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
He said, I want y'all to remember the time when you didn't have bread. Remember that. Remember the time you didn't have leavened bread. Remember the time that you were struggling in the wilderness. Remember the time your ancestors were less fortunate than you are now. Why? Because you niggas is stubborn and hard. We all are. We stubborn niggas. And if we forget where we came from, what's gonna happen? How often do a nigga make it big and then what? He forget where he came from. You forgot where you came from. That's who the hell we are. So the Lord put days in place. Nigga, don't ever forget the time when you didn't have the bread. Remember how that feels. You see what I'm saying? Now, the more you be in the ISUPK, the more you be in the school, you're gonna start to love the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You're gonna get all that yeast out of your house. You're gonna purge out all that leavening out of your house. Where else would you purge the leaven out of? You purge the leaven out of your house. Where else should you purge it out of? Who knows? Go ahead.
From out of your system?
From out of yourself too. What does that mean, though? The scriptures say, "Purge out the old leaven in your fold and be converted." What does that mean? Go ahead, sis. Huh?
It looks like your spirit.
What about your spirit?
Anything that needs to go, basically. Things that you need to work on.
What's an example of something that needs to go?
Anything that's considered sin.
You give me an example.
So if someone was, like smoking cigarettes or something.
Yeah, cigarettes. Cigarettes is old leaven. You know what I'm saying? You got to think. We all was born into what? What does everyone let us? What did Christian tell you? We go ahead.
Born in sin and shaped in iniquity.
Yeah, we born into sin. Everybody's a sin. You born into sin. The scriptures say, "Purge out the old leaven and become therefore a new lump." Become somebody different. Get rid of all those old customs. Stop smoking cigarettes. Stop getting high. Stop celebrating holidays. Purge out the leaven from your house. You also got to purge out the old leaven out of you too, and become something fresh. Become something new. Become something that can be molded into something better than just a nigga from South Central. A nigga from Chicago, a nigga, where y'all from? You know what I'm saying? Y'all get the point, goddamn it. But let's keep reading though. It's like, did you want to add something?
No.
Let's keep reading. So verse 7.
Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation.
So on the first day, you know what I'm saying? So the Feast of Unleavened Bread starts the next day of Passover. If any of you ever come to Passover weekend, it's a glorious weekend. You're gonna have the greatest time of your life. I know I do every year. And then the next day after Passover, we congregate again for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I don't know what they do to the unleavened bread at Passover. I have no idea, but it's like the greatest unleavened bread you're ever gonna have. And they put honey on it. I don't know what they do. It's like it's some top-notch secret. Ask the sisters. But go ahead. That's day 1.
Ye shall do no servile work therein.
And we're not supposed to do servile work therein. That means you have a job. In the kingdom of heaven, your employers will give you that day off. You know what I'm saying? You know how people be excited because it's Martin Luther King Day, you don't have to go to work? That's so wrong. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can be happy any day I don't got to go to work. But the point is, these are supposed to be the days we don't have to go to work. We don't have to go be a slave. Because it's supposed to be acknowledging our culture. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Oh, that was 7 verses?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the next 7 verses. And then we're going to get the next brother after we break that down. We're going to speed it along, too, because we talking.
This is the verse. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, beginning at verse 8. Waha Karabatham Asha La Yahweh Shabbat Yamayam Bayawam Ha Shabaya Makara Kadash Kau Malaka Ibada La'a Ta'ishwa Waya Dabar Yahweh Al Masha La'amar Dabar Al Banya Yasar Allah Wa Amarath Aham Kaya Da Ba'awa Al Ha Aratazah Ashar Anya Nathan Lakam Wa Katazaratham At Katazayara Wahaba Atam At Imar Rahashaya Katazayarakam Al Hakam. Slack. Waha Naya At Ha'amar La Panya Yahweh La Ratazana Kam Makarath Ha Shabbat
Mm-hmm.
Ya Yana Ya Nawa Ha Kahan
This nigga know how to read Hebrew.
Wa Aisayatam Ba Yaham Yahweh Slakia Ba Yawam Hanaya Pakam At Hayamar Kabash Tamayam Ban Shanafwa
Mm-hmm.
La Yahawa
Mm-hmm.
Ya Manakapwa
Ooh,
Shania Shanya
there you go.
Isharayam Aisharayam
There you go.
Salah Balawala
Uh-huh.
Bashaman Asha La Yahawa Rayak Nayak Slack
Now you cock.
Nayak
Uh-huh.
Wa Nasaka Yayan Rabbayai Rabbayai
Yeah.
Hayam Walakam Wakalia Wakaram Wakaramah
There you go.
La'a Sa'akawa Itazam
There you go.
Hayawam Haza Aidha Bayam Baya Sak Hi Baya Kam At Karaban Allah Hayakam
Uh-huh.
Kaka
Kakwa.
Kakwa
There you go.
Awalam La Daratyakam
Yeah.
Bakal Mashabatayakam Mashabatayakam
Mashabah.
Mashabat Yakam
There you go. So say it all together.
Mashabat Yakam.
There you go. Ooh, wee. Was that 7?
Yeah.
Hey, get up in here. Goddamn. This your first time with this? What you been practicing? Excellent. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. The more you read this Hebrew, what's going on? Oh, there you go. But the more you read this Hebrew, the more familiar is gonna come to you. And eventually, it's gonna start flowing through. You're gonna be able to just read it like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Tazawar. Let's get what we at? Verse 8.
Come, come.
Okay, sure.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
But ye shall offer an offering made by fire
Go ahead.
unto the Lord 7 days. And the 7th day is in holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
So 7 days we're supposed to turn up, right? In a perfect world where no one has to slave because of our enemies. Once the feast of unleavened bread come around, we gonna cook and turn up 7 days straight. That's just how niggas gonna do it when they in charge. You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna come back together again on the 7th day for another big party. In other words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do the service you see right here. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof.
This is so important. This is important as to why we conduct things the way we do now. You know what I'm saying? With these high holy days and the difference between how we gonna conduct them in our own land. It's saying when you be coming to the land that I give unto you.
Mm-hmm.
America is not a land that God gave us. This is a land of our enemies. This is a land where we're captives, where we're slaves. You see what I'm saying? But we still gonna keep our culture to the best of what?
Our ability.
To the best of our ability, as much as we allowed to and able to. You see what I'm saying? But it's gonna come a time. Go ahead. We're gonna be in our own land and keep reading.
And shall reap the harvest thereof.
And we start to reap. We start to grow crops. When we start to grow, merchandise, have merchandise and things like that. Keep reading.
Then ye shall bring a sheaf of the
Mhm.
first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
A collection, in other words, bring a collection of all of your best, to simplify and sum it up. Bring a collection of all of your best new crops and new what's something else you can put together? I don't know. Clothes. You see what I'm saying? All of that goes together into this scripture. Keep reading.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord.
And what would happen back then was a priest of God would offer this unto the Lord. Now, if you read the book of Genesis, the story of a lot of you are familiar with the story of Cain and Abel, right? This is always something that was part of our culture. When you look and you read between the lines, Cain and Abel was keeping the feast of first fruits too. Why? Because all of these laws was given to Adam and Eve first. They gave it to their children. Once they got kicked out of the garden, they kept it on. Cain did not do what this verse said. He gave the Lord minimal effort, basically. And that's why the Lord preferred Abel, because Abel gave maximum effort. But we're supposed to give our first fruits unto the Lord. The priest supposed to offer it and show that we keep it the culture. Keep reading.
And verse 11, and ye shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you.
Right.
On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
The day after the Sabbath. Keep reading.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf of an he-lamb without blemish.
Without what?
Without blemish.
You're going to get a male lamb without blemish. What was the point? Well, keep reading. Keep reading.
Without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Keep reading.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deal of fline of Salakia. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil.
Right. So the whole point is get your best. I want you to get your best lamb, your best sheep. Get a male sheep. Why? What was the point of getting a male sheep? Because back then, when cattle was the primary source of income. You see what I'm saying? You're showing the Lord that you're one that you trusted him enough to sacrifice something so valuable. I'm going to take my male lamb, my male sheep, that's going to produce what? More sheep for me. He's going to impregnate more female sheep and give me more sheep to sell and live off of. Imagine God tell you to slaughter that sheep. Show me that you believe in me and take the sheep that's going to give you more income and slaughter it. A lot of people don't understand that and how that fits in today's terms. Think about how many people sell drugs now, because that's the only way they know how to live. How many sisters, I get so many different inboxes. People ask me what they're supposed to do about this and that. Sisters that can't stop being prostitutes in Sin City because they don't believe they'll be able to survive. Don't the scriptures say that the birds have shelter? I'm paraphrasing the course. The Lord take care of the birds that fly up in the sky and you nest and shelter. And how much more important are you than they? You see what I'm saying? Don't put your faith in the male sheep. Don't put your faith into things that God created for you to live off of. Trust that if you do what he told you to do and give those things up, he'll provide you with even more. Go ahead, Tyler.
Man, what you're saying is so heavy because I was, the saying, if the shoe fit, wear it. I was once upon a time in them shoes where my main income was from street pharmaceuticals, whatever. Where it was I was dealing with somebody from Chicago that was ultimately funding my lifestyle at that time. You know what I mean? And it was like there was no way in hell that I could have thought about getting a 9 to 5 after making that type of bread from him. You know what I mean? So it was like coming into the truth and cutting that off and looking back at it now, the best decision I ever made. Like that money meant nothing to what I'm able to do for my people now. That money, so even if I was making that money now, I couldn't do nothing for my people now than what I could do for like in the truth. So saying this, so me being in the truth now, I could do more for my people than I could do with the money that I was getting from when I was doing
Before you was destroying your people.
common talk.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the big thing to realize. Before you're being selfish. You're doing what you got to do to get yours, and I don't give a damn about nobody that needs to probably get theirs. So you're willing to sell out your brother, your sister, make sure you're gonna exploit their demons and exploit their illness and needing to get high because you can benefit off of it and feed your family. That is the exact opposite of the way that God wants us to live. You see what I'm saying? We gotta have faith that if we give that up, and maybe okay, we in captivity, I'll go get a regular goddamn 9 to 5 or whatever it is I got to do, and I'm going to be able to make it. You see what I'm saying? You did that, and you here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You here in the glorious garment with gold all over it and things like that. You dripped out. You know what I'm saying? You survived. We need to believe that we can survive without our enemy solution to our problems. You see what I'm saying? Who made us start dealing drugs? White people. Let's call it what it is. They the ones that put the drugs in our communities for us to start slinging. And a lot of us feel like we can't escape that. This is the only way we're gonna. No, you still think what you see the white man as your deity. You come back to God, you understand it's all possible to live without that. Keep reading, Mark.
I was gonna say, if I may, if you notice that he said a meat offering mingled with flour, man, we was been frying stuff up.
We've been frying shit on.
I think the French discovered frying. You know what I'm saying? It was niggas.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It was us. In the Bible, we've been frying chicken.
That's right. Frying everything. Goddamn it. We put flour in.
Flour mingled with oil. That sound like
Flour mingled with oil. Sound like
something geting fried.
Some niggery. Something that where white people gonna hate you.
Got some crisp to it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Always trying to fry something and y'all want watermelon and fried chicken and
Yeah.
you goddamn right. So does God. What you want me to do?
Damn right.
Right here in the book of Leviticus,
Right.
it says,
And
fry something up with flour and oil. Goddamn.
That's exactly what it is. It's for the Lord. The Lord wants some fried. Love fried chicken too. I like that.
No, I know what it is. Hey, we do know. It says the reason that we do these things right on these days, and I think we're gonna read it coming up. If not, I can pull the scripture for y'all. That talks about how the reason we do that is because it's a sweet smell to the Lord. When we fry this up the way He's telling us, He likes the way it smells. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it in His name. You know what I'm saying? That's coming up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see that. So He does like fried chicken and all those things. That's the reason He tells us to do that. He said, I want you to make a fire and then put the flesh on there. You ever wake up on a Saturday morning when Pops is barbecuing or somebody, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be a good day. What's the occasion? That's how God feel when we, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, slide it. Let's go. Let's keep reading.
And thereof shall be 2/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil.
Go ahead.
An offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor.
Oh yeah, there it is. Keep reading.
And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine.
Of what?
Of wine.
Go ahead.
The fourth part of a hin.
The fourth part of a hin, for if anybody want measurements, you can Google this and get the exact measurements. But to my memory, it's about like 1.5 gallons. Or not 1.5 gallons, like like more like 1.5 gallons. That's say the measurements again. Fourth part of a hin. That's about 1.5 gallons. So see that, if you can see that wine canister right there, you know what I'm saying? It's about that much, a little bit more than that. So that's the fourth part of a hin. Keep reading.
Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God.
He said, don't be selfish. Don't go and cook Sunday dinner and, you know what I'm saying, and eat all of the first crops and things like that. Make sure you give your best first to the Lord. Now, what was the point of us offering fruit and our he lambs and things like that to the Lord? Tithes. Emergencies. Give me another word. That's basically it, right? You see what I'm saying? But imagine a catastrophe happens. What if somebody falls on hard times and they need help? That's okay, because we keep the first piece of first fruit here. You see what I'm saying? So we able to go into our reserves because we followed our culture, and now people have a support system. None of this is randomized. None of this is just God wants your grapes. your best grapes too, because for no reason, like no, everything is there. There's logic behind everything we do if you take the time to pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
The priest, so like if I made a priest would eat these things. It's not that we just offer them. You know, some people, and I don't know if y'all familiar with. I'm not familiar with it like that, but like voodoo and witchcraft, they putting an altar up and just putting stuff in front of some fake god or some statue or something,
Right.
and they just putting it there just to in symbolic ways. Like this is actually being consumed by the priest of the Lord.
It was.
This is something that you delivering. It's not going to waste. Ain't nobody just putting no lamb down and just killing it
And just burning it.
and just
There it is.
there it is. The priest of the Lord was devouring that lamb. You understand?
Because if I may, oh, it's like,
no, go ahead.
yeah, because if I may, you got to think the tribe of Levi, right, who's the priest back then in the Old Testament, right? The only priest ordained to be priest at that time. They was wandering. They going from city to city, checking on the people, going where they needed. They didn't have a home. They didn't have, that was part of their judgment. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have a home. There was priest to God. It was going and upholding the law of God wherever they went. So it was customary when the priests get here at this time, make sure you got something to give. You see what I'm saying? And give them their best because they're keeping the law of God. They're making sure that we straight. They're praying for us. They're atoning. They're doing all of these things. Give them your best grapes and your best lamb and your best this, and that. Because the Lord is providing for them. It's something that happened to you if you don't. Everybody understand? Go ahead, Tazawar.
I just wanted to say, I just wanted to elaborate a little bit on what you were saying about the priest of the time was Levi. Levi would be the modern day Haitians.
Absolutely.
So
to those who don't know. Keep reading.
No, that's it.
Was that it?
Just a smeagol more.
Go ahead.
It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations.
Throughout what?
Throughout your generations.
Oh my goodness. It makes me sick to my stomach when I hear Christians say, well, you know, that was back then. You know what I'm saying? That was during those times where we had to do that. And that's the reason now I celebrate Thanksgiving. What are you talking about? The Bible says it shall be a statute, meaning a custom or a tradition for how long?
Generations.
Nope, that's not the answer. Keep reading. For how long?
Throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
It said forever, right?
Come.
It says forever.
Forever.
Throughout your generations. You see what I'm saying? Meaning no matter where you are, no matter where it is you're dwelling, keep these customs, keep these traditions. They're going to keep you strong. When you got people looking at you, telling you that you're nothing, telling you worthless, telling you can't survive without them, telling them that you're just another nigga, things like that. Guess what I can remember? I can remember that Moses was just another nigga too. And guess what he did? He led his people home. He led his people out of Egypt. You see what I'm saying? He was favored in the eyes of God. Job, when you fall on hard times, I can remember Job. Job fell on the worst of time. I don't know if any outside of Christ. Like, I don't know if anybody would do anything as bad as Job. And when I deal with the terrible things I deal with in life, I can remember that someone in my ancestry has been through this before. And guess what? The Lord rewarded him. And the Lord promised to reward him. I know the Lord reward me as well, as long as I'm a good son. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have something, Car?
No, I was just gonna say, forever. It lets you know that the children of Israel, the people of the Lord, they exist on earth to this day.
That's right.
It wouldn't say forever if it was only the Old Testament or when Christ came, it's all done away with. You get what I'm saying? That's the Christian church teach you that certain things from the Old Testament you no longer got to do because Christ came and God changed and all this and that. But it says clearly right here, this is going to be for the children of Israel. And I'm just saying this for people that don't think that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the children of Israel is going to be a statute for forever, meaning to the end of time. There is not going to be a time on earth where they are not going to do this. So once again, we making that claim that we are the children of Israel. So this is why we're doing these things and why we do, these offerings. Now, we're not farmers, so if you don't understand the text, back in those days, we were farmers, we were sharecroppers. We had our own crops. We kept cattle. We did all those type of things. You understand? That's what we were. That's what type of people we were. We weren't a people of, this big shine people that fancy or nothing. We was farmers. We was sharecroppers. know what I'm saying, to serve the Lord. But guess what? When it was time to go to war, we went to war. You understand? And we had people in our nation that, you know, would fight. As long as the Lord was with us, we would win those wars.
That's
People thought that they could beat us because we were farmers and sharecroppers and humble people. You understand? That's why we are the way we are now. And the so-called white man take advantage of us because he knows that we are a humble group of people that love, unfortunately, love everybody. You understand?
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately. And forgive everybody and want everybody to be included and let everybody take advantage of them and let everybody do any and everything to you, right? And the Lord knows his people, you understand? That's why we have to have strong men built up in his nation, you understand, and have these ordinances and these statutes, you understand, to guide us because we will be misled through our humility, you understand? That's it. That's all I want to say.
Let's keep on reading. Was that it on that?
That's it.
Yeah, let's keep on reading. We're gonna go a little bit over the time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we had technical difficulties, so we started a little bit later. So we can go a little bit over the time. We're gonna speed through these. All right. That was Tazawar, right?
Come on, now.
All right. Just us up here in Israel. Mind you. You good, all right? Let me get Officer Tazawar. In front of the camera. Right there. Set your registry. Remember how to do it?
Tazawar, Banya Hawada, Banya Shala.
Oh, that was it. But what you gonna do first? You're going to Imam Shabbat. State it there.
Tazawar, Banya Hawada, Banya Shala.
But I mind you, Barak. Salute.
Shalom Yabashim Yashar Barakatum.
This way out. Again, no one can get up here without letting it be known that they are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Anybody hungry? Who's hungry? Who want to play the food?
Yeah, y'all eat.
Yeah, young man, do me a favor. Let's start. Let's get plates together. Anybody who want to play, let's bring plates to everybody in here. You know what I'm saying? Come on this way out.
Okay.
Get it right in hand. Excellent, right here. There we go. We're gonna speed through this a little bit. You know, make sure we get it. I believe you at verse 15. Is that right?
Okay.
Let's get the next. What's up, Bob?
Do you mind if I read the next few?
In Hebrew?
No, after he finishes in Hebrew.
You want to read it in English? Come on, don't sweat out. Go ahead, keep reading.
Kamakan. Wasaparthara, Wasaparatham, Lakam, Makarak, Karath, Hashabak, Yawam, Abayakam, Amar, Hatana, Wapa, Shabbat, Shabbatawat, Tamayawat, Tahayana. 16. Aidma, Makara, Hashabat, Hashabaya, Shabba, Ya'ai,
There you go.
Shabbai, Shabbayai, Da Saparwa,
What?
Kama Shayam,
Kamashiam.
Kamashyam, Yawam, Wa'a, Karapadyam, Karaptham, Manaka, Gadasya, La Yahweh. Washabat, wa Shabayatha,
Shabbat.
Shabbat, ya. Shabbat yakam.
There you go.
Ta bawa, ta baya'a wa. Lakam, ta nawapa'a. Shatayam, Shanaya, Aisha, Ishar, Anayam, Salaf, Kamataza, the Apaya na, the Apayana, Baka, hold on, Salakia, Baka, Waryam, La Yahweh, Waha, Karapathayam, Waha Karapathayam, Al Halakam Shabbat, Kabashiam, Tamayamyam, Banya, Shana, Wapar Ban Bakwar, Akkad, Wa Alhalium, Wa Ayalham, Ayalam, Shanayam,
Slow down.
Shanyam,
There you go.
Shanyam, Yahweh,
Slow it down. Pay attention.
oh, Yahweh, Yaha, Yahweh,
There you go.
Yahweh, like it, Yaha, Yahweh,
There you go.
Allah, La, Yahweh, Wa Manak, Wa Mana, Manaktam,
There you go.
Wa Nasha, Wa Nasakiyam,
Yeah.
Yaham,
There you go.
Asha, Rayak, Nayakak, La Yahweh, Wa Aishayatam, Shayar, Atazayam, Aka, La Kataat, Washanya, Kabashayam, Manya, Shana, Lazabak, Shalayam. Verse 20. Wahaya, Wahanaya, Wahayana, Hakahan, Adam al Lakam ha Bakawa, Bakawarium, Tanawapa, Lapanya, Yahweh al Shanya, Kabashiam, Quadash, Yahweh Yahweh, La Yahweh, La Hakan, La Kahan. 21. Wa Karayathiam, Ba'atazam, Ha Yawam, Ha Yawam, Salakia, Ha Yawam,
There you go.
Hazar, Makara'a, Quadash, Yahaya, Lakam Ka Malaakia,
Malaka.
Salakia,
Malaka.
Malaaka, Abadja, Ibadja, Abada, Salakia, La'a, Kakwa,
There you go.
Iwalam, Bakal, Mawashabathia, hold on, Salakia, Mawashabathia, Salakia, Mawashabathia come,
There you go. It's perfect.
La Da'ar, La Da,
Ladarathicum.
La Darathia come.
Most high in Christ. Let's pick it up from verse, what was that, 15?
Come
In
on.
the English? Let's go. We're going to speed along a little bit, all right?
And this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, beginning at verse 15.
Let your brother read. You want us to read it out? I need you to read it loud, though. You understand? Can you do that for me?
Yes.
Read it loud.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 15.
Go ahead.
And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering.
Mhm.
7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
49 days. You know what I'm saying? 49 to 50 days shall pass. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days.
There you go.
And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord.
And then it's like, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, if I may, what we have in here right now is starting with Passover. We using the number of days to determine the next high holy day or holy convocation.
That's right.
So that's how we get these dates. How do we know why is this going on today? You count it from Passover to, when we get to this point in the scriptures, but we're studying the moons, the new moons, and all these things. That's how we determine in these days. And we have brothers in the school to keep track of all of this.
That's right.
Come
That's
on.
what I just want to get you to understand. The Lord has given us instructions on how to know what day and when to do this. You understand?
That's right.
So,
And if I may, what you said is so important because they took the time back in 1969 to date back all the way to biblical times. Goddamn. I can't imagine how much time it took. You know what I'm saying? So figure out accurately what day does Passover land on this year and that year. Of course, the moon be different, the days be shorter and longer and things like that. They figured it all out, how to map it way back then before I was even a thought. You know what I'm saying? And we've been following that ever since because the Lord allowed them to take the time to do it. That's why you look at all these other fake Israelites, they having Feast of Tabernacles and Feast of First Fruits and all these other high holy days at different times because they did not take the time way back then to figure out when to keep these high holy days. They follow and keep them the same time as the Jewish man. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this since 1969. No one's been doing it longer than us. We know what the hell we're talking about. I pray you understand. Keep reading.
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish for the first year.
7 perfect lambs. Keep reading.
And 1 young bullock and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord. With their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goat for a sin offering.
For a what?
For a sin
Then
offering.
you shall offer 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. What does that mean? Back then, when you messed up, what did you have to do? You had to slaughter one of your crops. It's like one of your cattle. Why? Because this is how you made your profit. So now you're going to give up profit because you made a mistake in the eyes of God. You see what I'm saying? Do we do that anymore? Why not? Go ahead, Pastor Ward.
Because Christ was the offering, the sacrifice, and gave us a period of grace.
Right? And you can find that where? In the book of Hebrews, chapter 9 and verse 12, where it talks about Christ being a perfect offering, him being an ultimate sacrifice. That's the reason we don't have to make sacrifices anymore of animals. Christ died so you can have a chance to get it right now. And if you don't, Lord be with you. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Pastor Ward.
Can you imagine if we still had to sacrifice an animal for a sin like a dove or a kid in these times and conditions, and looking how we live under the current oppression that we live in?
Well, people would be doing. It's like, go ahead.
It would be horrendous. It would be absolutely horrific, man. It would be so much chaos, so much more than what it is now. But Christ came and made that sacrifice for us so that we don't have to make animal sacrifices. He was the final sacrifice for us to ultimately get it right. Because without Christ, we would be in turmoil.
Now you're absolutely right, and that was the problem with the custom that we had, because we wanted to find a loophole. We wanted to figure out, oh man, I know I want to go sleep with that brother's wife. I know I want to go get high. I know I want to go do this and do that. So what am I going to do? Let me put a lamb to the side, so when I go do it, he's right there waiting to be slaughtered. That doesn't work in the eyes of God. He was going to kill all of us. He was going to rid the earth of humanity, starting with Israel. So you see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's not enough turtle doves. It's not enough lambs nowadays.
It's not.
That man is already quote unquote break the land to the point where if we had to do so, we would be cooked more or less. For lack of a better word, we would not have enough offerings to offer.
You're absolutely right.
Come on.
The Lord wasn't satisfied anymore with the sacrifice of animals. Let's keep reading.
And 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings.
Hebrews 9:12 will tell you that we don't do that anymore. Christ is not a sacrifice. Keep reading.
Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord.
Go ahead.
With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Lord for the priests.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It
Right.
shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
In all your dwellings, no matter where you are, no matter what slavery you in. I hear Christians all the time. My own grandfather, he told me, he said, well, back then, refrigerators didn't exist. That's why they didn't eat pork. Now we can eat pork because we have refrigerators. What the hell does that mean? The Bible said forever throughout your dwellings, no matter where the hell you are, throughout your generations. Everybody get the point, right?
Come on.
Let's keep reading. Let's get the next 7 verses. Do me a favor, young man. Go see if Officer Shabbat need anything about this shot.
This is verse 21.
Go ahead.
Verse 22.
Salakia, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Waba Quatazariakum. Quatazarkum. Waba Quatazariakum.
Quatazark.
Quatazarkum. As Quatazariam.
Slow down.
As Quatazaria. Yar. Qua.
Mm-hmm.
Tazayar.
There you go.
Aratazakum. La'a. Takala. Pa'ath. Shadkia. Ba Quatazarka. Wala Quat. Quatazar. Ya Qua. Tazayarka. La'a. Talaqua. La Anya. Walagar. Ta'aiza. Atam Anya. Yahweh. Alahayakam. 23. Wayadabar Yahweh al-Masha la-Amar. 24. The bar al-Banya Yasha'ala la-Amar ba-Kadash Hashabaya Shabba Ya'aya ba Akad
There you go.
la-Kadash
There you go.
Yahweh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Yahaya.
Yeah.
Hay Yahaya. Lakam Shabbatwan. Zakaron Tarawai Makara Kodash. 25. Kal Malakya Ibadah La'a Ta'aishwa Waha Karapathiyam Asha La Yahweh. 26. Waya the bar Yahweh Al Mata La Amar. 27. Aka Ba'ashawar Lakadash Hashab Shabayaya Shabba Yaya Hazar Yawam Hakaporium Hawa'a Makara'a Kodash Yahaya
Yeah.
Lakam Laka'am
You had it.
Lakam
Yeah.
Wa'anyamtham
Well, I'm your thumb.
Wa'anyatham Af Napash Napashat Yakam.
There you go.
Waha Karab Fiam. Asha La Ya Hawa.
You know that word.
28. Wakal Malakya.
Uh-uh.
Malakya.
Mala
Mala
Aka.
Aka. La'a the Aishwa. Ba'aitazam. Hayaw Ha Yawa Ha Yawam.
There you go.
Hazakaya Yawam Kapariam. Hawa La Kapar Aliakam. La Panya Yahweh Alahayakam.
There you go. Most High Christ. Let's get Leviticus 23 and 21. Baba Gishah. Start that was 21, right? Or start at 22? Start at 22. So like, bear with me. Bakar, you got it?
Hey, remember?
Kind of good. You don't mind?
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest.
This is so beautiful. You see what I'm saying? This is the Lord being merciful. He said, and when you do go to reap the harvest, right? You go get those crops, there's going to be extras left over. Because there's always like extras left over, right? Don't clean out the extras. Keep reading.
Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest.
Don't gather the gleaning of the harvest. Don't clear it all the way out. Keep reading.
Thou shalt leave them unto the poor.
Leave it unto who?
The poor.
Leave it unto people that are less fortunate. We're supposed to live in a society where if you got a strawberry, man, my father always talked to me, right? About how when he was coming up, it was apple trees and strawberry trees and things like that everywhere in the neighborhoods. You don't see that anymore. You want to know why? Because the white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Poor people can't go and pick an
Absolutely.
apple off a tree no more because they're starving. It's not something that can happen. It was once upon a time, and that's the way the Lord wants it to be. He don't want you to make clean riddance of your field, of the things you grow, the things you earn. Some people are not fortunate. They deserve to eat. And this is the Lord's way of keeping his promise. When he said, how much more important are the animals than thou? This is his way of keeping his promise. He gonna make sure you eat. But imagine if the Lord told the poor, the birds don't neither reap nor sow. And they still have nests and shelter and food. And how much more important are they than you? And his whole plan was having the people righteous enough to do what the hell he said and not rid their garden of the crops. And then we ridden our garden of the crops. Making the Lord look like a goddamn fraud, man. That's the reason you have atheists. That's the reason you have people who don't believe in God. You want to know why? Because you are not being a good enough example. If we was a good enough example, if we did what God told us to do, there would be no such thing as a Christian or atheist or a Muslim. Because they will all know that the God of Israel is absolutely irrefutable. He can't be refuted. He can't be disputed. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason that you can't dispute the ISUPK. Keep reading.
And to the stranger, I am the Lord your God.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets.
Oh, what?
A memorial of blowing of trumpets.
Say it one more time.
A memorial of blowing of trumpets.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we hear God say today. We finally made it. Memorial blowing of trumpets. Why do we have trumpets? What was trumpets about? It's an alarm. It's a sounding of warning. You see what I'm saying? You enter into the gates, you gotta blow a trumpet. We had these horns, we had these trumpets. What's gonna happen when Christ comes back? What's gonna happen? What is everybody gonna hear?
Trumpet.
A great trumpet. You wanna know why? Everybody's gonna be reminded of their goddamn place. Everybody's gonna know in that time something is happening. I don't know what it is in my brain, but my spirit is afraid. My spirit remembers what this is. Memorial blowing the trumpets, man. You see what I'm saying? We use these horns right here to warn our people of danger, to let our people know when to come in and close the gates. You know what I'm saying? To let our people know when war was coming, all of those different types of things. This is our culture. Christ is going to do the same thing when he comes back. That trumpet is going to blow. And everybody on the face of planet Earth is going to hear it. It's going to be loud. It's going to be a lot worse and louder than what the hell I just did. I hope you know that. You see what I'm saying? And guess what that means? Time's up. And I pray that you were somebody that listened when I told you that you should no longer be getting high. You should no longer be celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving and eating pork and shrimp and lobster and crab and all those other things you're not supposed to be doing. Because if you're not, I can only pray that you're spared by Christ. Because unlike fake Israelites, I don't want to see any of my people die. Per se. So let's keep it.
And I was just gonna say too that trumpet gonna be a scary sound.
Oh my goodness.
You understand? Just imagine,
Man.
a trumpet being blown that the whole earth can hear is crazy.
It ain't gonna sound like a trumpet. It's gonna sound like
I know, like, but just
eruption. It's gonna be what the hell is going on here?
But just imagine hearing the sound and everybody can hear, the whole planet. Not like he said, not just we heard this trumpet in the class,
Right.
but a trumpet that everybody can hear. Oh my God,
Ooh,
it's gonna be a scary sound.
It's gonna be a terrifying sound. Like the Bible says, pray not for the day of the Lord. Pray not for the day of judgment. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for Christ to come back. Man, I can't wait for Christ to come back and we know. Man, I want the sky crack. No, you don't. You're not ready to watch your mother die in front of your eyes. You're not ready to watch your cousins and everybody you love have their throat slit in front of you because they didn't listen. Because that's what's going to happen when Christ comes back if they don't change. You're not ready for that to happen. The Bible describes that day as a dark day of the Lord. You better be thankful and you better be glad that we still able to be here. And what we able to do? We able to fish our people in still. You better pray for more time to fish our people in because time is running out. You don't want to see your loved ones lose their lives terribly and violently because it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? When that trumpet blows. So go ahead, sis. You have something?
Oh, so like you said, so in the Christian church, I remember I used to be so scared of the sound of thunder, especially when it gets to popping off real loud.
Ooh-wee.
And I always would think, I'm like, oh, Lord, coming.
He upset. This is something that humanity can't control. Why is it just God is mad? I remember
They said God up there fighting, didn't they?
man, we up there upset at the earth right now. But guess what though? Thunder did used to be a sign of God being upset at the earth. That's why one day thunder happened, and then one day it didn't stop raining. And it flooded the whole earth and wiped out everybody in the time of Noah. You know what I'm saying? You don't think that's embedded in our bones, that trauma?
Oh, absolutely.
Scientists will tell you that trauma from your bloodline is still embedded in your bones. White people, they chase storms. They are fascinated by storms. Us, we're terrified by natural catastrophe because we know that natural catastrophe is only there to wipe us out. You see what I'm saying? It's only there because the God is upset. And we felt it before hundreds of thousands of years ago. And we remember it. Our spirit remembers it. You hear that thunderstorm. Close the doors. Get to safety. Something is wrong. God is mad. We don't know why we say that. Your grandma don't know why she tell you God is mad right now, or none of the things she say. But guess what? Somewhere in her spirit, she remembers. She remembers when it never stopped raining, and it was only a couple people on the ark that survived. She remembers it in her spirit. I pray you remember too. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Let's go.
Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there should be a day of atonement.
A day of what?
Of atonement.
This should be a day of atonement. What is the day of atonement? Who knows? Who's been following along? Who's been following all the ISUPK Las Vegas' Facebook posts? What's the day of atonement, sis? September 30th, the day of atonement. We're going to be here again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this again. We're going to break it down. We're going to feast because what's going to happen on the day of atonement? You're going to be very, let's keep reading.
It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your soul.
You shall do what?
Afflict your soul.
How do you afflict your soul biblically? Do you cut yourself? Are you supposed to, I don't know, burn yourself? You know? How do you afflict your soul, young man?
It's not like from your body, but it's like mind.
No, wrong. Now, afflicting your soul does take a lot of mental strength, but be specific. How do you afflict your soul biblically? Do you know? It's okay. Say you don't know. There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. Give him a hand. There's nothing wrong with saying you don't know. You know how many things I don't know? And then I gotta call Bakar and be like, hey, what this means this, right? And he'd be like, no, nigga, that's not what that means. Right, Bakar? You know how many times I gotta call Shabal because I don't know? How many times I gotta call Captain Gadalhar, Thabawan, Jeremiah Hyman, and General Q, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. All I speak is what those great brothers have told me. There's nothing wrong in not knowing, as long as you're willing to admit it and learn and listen. You understand, young man? So if you don't know, say, Salakia, sir, I don't know. Nothing wrong with that. Because now I'm gonna tell you. You see what I'm saying? You afflict your soul by fasting. No food, no water. You afflict your soul by afflicting your flesh. Because your flesh wants food when your stomach growls and it decides it's hungry. Your body wants water when you decide you're thirsty. Imagine if your spirit was powerful enough for you to decide when your flesh is satisfied. Imagine having that type of strength in your body. When you decide when your stomach eats, when you decide when you're thirsty, that's the type of power you're supposed to have in our bodies. You see what I'm saying? You're not supposed to get home. I'm so hungry and I need food now. You're very weak. You see what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, those who worship the Lord must worship the Lord in spirit. Why? Because if you worship the Lord in your flesh, if you do what the hell your flesh wants you to do, what are you going to do? You're going to sin against God because your flesh wants to get high and y'all get the point. Keep reading.
Verse 28, and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
The whole point of the Day of Atonement is to acknowledge that you made mistakes in the eyes of God. And you're showing the Lord that you're sorry. The scriptures say, love not in word, but in what? In deed. You need to show God that you're sorry. What better way is to show God that you're sorry than to starve? I'm going to suffer so you don't have to make me suffer. I'll suffer for 24 hours so that you don't make me suffer, and you're going to suffer. You're going to afflict your soul. You know, if you are serving to Christ, that is. I don't know. Maybe you won't. Maybe you're going to get thirsty and drink a cup of water. I mean, my line of car, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But men of God and women of God, we're going to afflict our souls on the Day of Atonement, September 30th. From Tuesday, sundown, and Wednesday, sundown, you're not going to eat anything. You're not going to drink no water. Who has never done the Day of Atonement before? Raise your hand. Everybody here's done the Day of Atonement? Your first one is terrible. You remember your first day? I think me and McCall might have did our first Day of Atonement together. That was a terrible day. I was like, oh my goodness, this is how long it's been? 2 hours. It's only been 2 hours? I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Don't drink before or do nothing.
Oh, don't drink alcohol. Pro tip.
Go be up all night.
Man, don't do that. Hydrate before the Day of Atonement. You know what I'm saying? But the point is to afflict your soul. And you also atoning not just for yourself, but for your sins. You atoning for your mother, for your father, for your cousins, for your sisters, for your brothers, for everybody that doesn't want to stop eating pork and shrimp and crab and lobster. You see what I'm saying? You might be perfect. You might not commit no sin. But now is the Day of Atonement for them. Because maybe the Lord will see them and he'll know, you know what? That's so-and-so's favorite cousin, favorite person. I'm not going to kill them because I don't want to hurt them. Because you kept the Day of Atonement. Because you atoned for them. Because you suffered for them so that the Lord doesn't have to make them suffer. You see what I'm saying? I pray you understand. Keep reading. Or was that it? We reading Hebrew now? That was the end of 28?
Yeah.
Read 7 more verses for me, Baba Bishop.
Come. Verse 29.
Slide.
Kayaka hanapath ashar la'a ta'anaya ba'atazam hayawam hazak wanakarathiyam Salakia Wana Karathia Ma'amya. Verse 30. Wakal Hanapath Ashar Ta'aisha Ka Malakya Ba'atazam Hayawam Hazar Waha Abatya Ad Hanapash Ha Hawa'a Makarab Amma. 31. Call Malakia La'a Ta'aishwa Kakwa Awalam La Daratiakam Baka Masharabada Salakia Mashara Masha Bathiakam. 32. Shabathiwan Hawa'a Lakam Wa Anyatham A Napash Athyakam Napash Salakia Napash Athyakam Bata Shai Lakadash Ma'arab Ayarab Ta Shabathiwa Shabbatyakam. 33. Wayadapar Yahweh al Masha La'amar. 34. The bar al Banya Yashra'ala La'amar Ba Ka'amash Kamasya Ashara Yawam Lakadash Hashabayaya. Hashabayaya. Hazar Ka Hasakawat. Shabay Yam La Yahweh. 35. Bayawam Ha Ra'ashawan Makara Kadashka Malakya Abada La'ata Aishwa.
That's it. One sign of Christ. Let's pick it up.
Verse 28, verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
Now he said, now look, if you want to be selfish and you don't want to keep the law of God, you don't want to atone for what it is you did, you don't want to sit there and show that you're sorry. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to be cut off from among your people. Go ahead.
Verse 30. No, I'm sliding. Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the 9th month at even. From even to even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
This is going to be very important, man. This is something we're going to acknowledge. That's going to be next week, Tuesday, sundown, like I said, to Wednesday, sundown. You know what I'm saying? If you are righteous, man, if you're the Isupk and the commanders of your hunter, if you have righteous tutelage, you're going to be somebody that understands this day, and you're not going to eat or drink. This is a beautiful thing to do, because that's what royalty does on that day. On the Day of Atonement, people of a royal bloodline, we don't eat or drink. Now the peasants, right, and sinners, and people that's not of a royal bloodline, they're gonna do them. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna look at them, and we're gonna hope that they don't die. Keep reading.
Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
What is the tabernacle? Who knows what the tabernacle is?
Like a tent.
A tent. There's so many words. This is a tent. You know what I'm saying? Because keep in mind what was going on at the beginning of this chapter. We just came out of Egypt. We had no food and we had nowhere to go. So we had to get branches and sheets and sheep's clothing and things like that to make shelters and tents. You see what I'm saying? The Lord doesn't want us to forget those times. Remember when I freed you and you were in those tents. What's the point? Remember where you were and remember where you are now. It can easily be taken away. If you don't humble yourself and do what I tell you to do. Keep reading.
On the first day shall be a holy convocation.
Uh-huh.
Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Go ahead. That was the end of it?
Yeah.
Let's close it out. Read all the way to 44, Rabbi Shah. 36 to 44.
36 to 44.
Come.
Come. Vayawam Hara'ah Shawan Makara Kadash Ka Mala'akya Abada La'ata Aiswa 36 Shabai Yamayam Takara Yabwa Asha'a La Yahawa Ba Yawam Hashayamya Makara Kodash Yahaya Lakam Ba'ak Karabyatham Asha La Yahawa Atazarath Hawa'a Kal Mala'aka
There you go.
Abada
There you go.
La'at Ta'ashwa 37 Alha Ma'aidwa Ma'waidya Yahweh Ashar Ta Kara'awa Asyam
Sis.
Makara Ya Kodash Laha Karabya Karab Asha La Yahweh Allah Wa Malakara Zabak Ma Wa Nasapayam the Bar Yawam Ba Yawaham Ba Yawamya
Yawamwa.
Yawamwa Yawamwa
There you go.
38 Malabar Shabbathya Shabbath Af Yahweh Wa Malabar Ka Nadar hold on so like it Nadariakam
There you go.
Wa Malabar Ka Nabad Wath Ashar Tatangwa
What's on your
La Yahweh 39 After Bakamasya Ashara Yawam La Kadash Hashabaya Shabba Yaya Ya'aya Ba'ashab Kam Tabawai Taba Wa'ai Wa'at Ha Arataza so like it Ta Karak Ta Kai Takakwa
There you go.
Ath Kag Yahweh
There you go.
Shabbat
Shabbat.
Shabbai so like it Mayam by Yawam Ha Ra'aishawan Shabbat one Wabayawam. Ha Shamayawamya. Hold on, so like it. Ha Shamayamya.
There you go.
Shabbathwan.
Perfect. Keep reading.
Verse 40. Wa Lakwa Lakwaviam. Lakam Bayawam. Ha Ra'ashawan. Faraya Ataza Hadar Kapa Tamariam Wa Anak Ataza Ibad Wa Arabia Nakal Wa Shamakiam La Panya Yahweh Alahayakum Shabbat Ya Mayam. We go to 42. We read it to 42.
Yeah, finish it out. Like.
41. Wakayakam Athyam Salakia. Wakatyam Athma. Kag La Yahweh Shabayai Ya Mayam Bashana Kakwa Awalam Ladarat Yakam Makadash Ashabah Ha Shabaya Takagwa Salakia Takawagwa Atha Takagwa Atwa.
Beautiful.
42. Basaka Tasabwa Shabayai Yamayam Ka Ha'asarat Bayashra'ala Yasabwa Basakat.
Go ahead, finish it out. All the way down to 44.
Laman Ya'idwa Darakath Yakam Kaya Basakatwa Hawa Shabbatwa Athbanya Yasha'ala Baha Watazayaha'a Wa Tazaya Aya Awafiam
Our thumb.
our thumb Ma Arataza Matazarium Matazarium Anya Yahweh Alahayakam 44 Wayadabar Masa Athmaja Yahweh Albania Yasha'ala.
Beautiful. Get that brother in here. It's a beautiful thing when you could. I remember when, you know what I'm saying? This used to take 7 verses to take how long before? 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But now we could breeze through them a little better, and eventually brother's gonna be sharp enough to start reading through these verses in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? The more we continue to do it, let's close it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading in the English.
36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Go ahead.
On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
In other words, that you should see as important. These days should mean something to you. If you're a black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and when I say man, I'm talking about men or women as well. You know what I'm saying? If you have the bloodline that was chosen by God to be somebody important, these days should mean something to you. This is your culture, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? This is what your ancestors used to do before we used to get high, and before we was ever considered Bloods or Crips, before we was pimps, and before we was, I named something else. I don't know. What niggas like to be nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Before we was any of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? This is who we was, man. And it was taken from us, but it's coming back. And we're going to bring our people back, one brother and one sister at a time. Go ahead.
a burnt offering, a meat offering, a sacrifice, a drink offerings, everything upon his day. Verse 38. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord.
Besides everything else that you do in your culture, make sure you remember these days too. While you study, you know how many people be like, well, I don't eat pork, so I know I follow God because I don't eat pork, or I'll stop celebrating Christmas once I heard that God don't want to celebrate Christmas. You're not serving God because besides all your works and besides all of that, besides all those offerings, guess what else you're supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be congregating to acknowledge the memorial blowing the trumpets. You're supposed to be keeping the Day of Atonement. You're supposed to be doing all those other things as well. You see what I'm saying? It is nothing difficult to do. You want to know why people don't keep the Day of Atonement? You don't believe in God.
Sure.
That's it. You don't want to know why you still eat pork and you still eat crab and shrimp and lobster. You don't really believe in God. I can show you in the Bible where it says not to do those things, and you'll be like, "Oh, it does say that," but you don't truly believe that this is the book of a deity. You don't believe that you can die or somebody you love will die because of the things that you do. Because if you did, you would never do the things that I'm telling you not to do right now. And it's not me, it's God. I'm just a messenger. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
I believe that God will take my life. So because of that, I'm not going to eat pork. I don't want to sell drugs or do any of those things. Because God will kill me or somebody I love. I pray you understand. Let's keep reading.
Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. And on the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
What is this talking about? Say, when you gather into the land that I gave you, right? Can you read that one more time? Baba Kashab, please.
Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land,
When you gathered into the amazing place in your land, keep reading.
ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord.
It's gonna be another feast. When we make it out of this captivity, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be another high holy day that we keep. Because we escaped this captivity, just like we escaped captivity in Egypt and kept Passover. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
7 days, and on the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and the willows of the brook. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month.
Go ahead.
Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days.
Now, during the Feast of Tabernacles, right? This is something that's gonna start on October 5th. October 5th, the Feast of Tabernacles is gonna begin. You see what I'm saying? Like Israelites are gonna go out into the woods and camp and sleep in the wood for 7 days. Now, is there something wrong with that? Why not?
Because it was part of what the Lord told us to do.
It's part of the Lord told us to do when we are in our own land. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you want to go camp and take your family out to know what the Feast of Tabernacles feels like and what it's going to feel like in the kingdom, what it felt like back then, 5,000 years ago, that's perfectly fine. But are you required to do it if you can't afford to go camp for 7 days? Are you required to do it? Why not? Young man? No sweat. You're not required to do it because we are not in our own land. You see what I'm saying? If you're fortunate enough, do it. Go for it. Camping is fun. You know what I'm saying? Create those memories with your family. If you're not required to do it, congregate with us here at 612 South Jones Boulevard. We're going to be here, and we're going to show you how to acknowledge the Feast of Tabernacles the proper way, and we're going to close it out as well 7 days later. Keep reading.
That your generations may know that the children, verse 43, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
Why is that important? Because the Lord could have let us out of Egypt and just gave us mansions and land and gold and silver. He could have did that. He didn't do that. He let us out of Egypt and he made us dwell in booths for 7 days or longer than, we was in wilderness longer than that. But you get the point. He said, I want you to remember that I made you do this. I humbled you after you came back to me. I kept you humble. You see what I'm saying? And never forget that I can humble you. Keep reading.
And if I may, I just want to add one.
Go ahead.
Think of how the Lord looks at you. If you're his children, you're his people, and he made you dwell in booths to prove a point. What do you think he's going to do to your enemies?
Oh my
You know what I'm
goodness.
saying?
Come on.
How he humbling you to dwell in booths. Like he said, we could have been in mansions. The Lord could have delivered us and put us in anything he wanted to. He wanted us to understand that we're coming out of captivity and that we're going to dwell in booths. We're going to be humbled in this situation. It's not a situation for you to be, thinking that you're some high and mighty. You know what I'm saying? Keep it humble. Understand who you are. You understand the Lord has power over you.
That's right.
You understand? So I'll just say that to say that's the type of power we serve. Everybody think of God as some power that just grants you, and you just got you a new house. You thought it was God that gave it to you. It's because you special to him. You're not special. Because he made his own children, which is us, dwell in booths when he was freeing them in this situation, coming out of Egypt. And that's something that we have to remember. And he wants us to remember it every year throughout our generations forever. To remember that we've been humble. Understand? And that's what we should be. We should be humble.
That's right.
And we continue to be humble. Sorry. Verse 43, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt.
When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I don't want y'all to ever forget what I did for y'all. I don't want y'all to ever forget that at one point, you was being slaughtered and you was being criticized by politicians. And Charlie Kirk was saying that you were the problem of society and saying that so many of black men need to be in their families and so many other terrible things. This is what we're dealing with. Now, when Charlie Kirk loses his life, unfortunately, the entire world stops. When George Floyd lost his life, what did Charlie Kirk say? Oh, he died of overdose. He did. Yeah, he was a druggie and he was a stain on the earth and he was a drug addict and that's the reason he died. It wasn't because of knee on the neck. That's what they trained in the police academy. That's the things that our enemies teach. You see what I'm saying? The Lord said, I'm going to free you and get you away from people that act like and treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Tasha Ward.
Okay, I was going to say, Charlie Kirk died from blood loss.
Come on. If George Floyd died from a drug overdose, and I guess we could say that Charlie Kirk died from blood loss, right? I mean, that sounds logical to me. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the knee on his neck that killed him. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that killed George Floyd. It couldn't have been the bullet in Charlie Kirk's throat either. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was just the fact that he lost blood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Maybe if he, I'm not. Go ahead. Let's keep reading. Unless you ask him.
No, that's it. I am the Lord your God. Verse 44. Mm-hmm. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
And Moses let everybody know this is what we are promised to do for the rest of our generations. This was the deal that we made to not be slaves anymore in our captivity. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing here today. And with that,
and hold on, if I may, and that's what comes with being an Israelite. All of these things that we read, it comes with being the children of Israel, the children of the Most High God, Him being only our God. So if you're not doing these things, you got to understand, coming from Christianity, real quick. Christianity, you did none of these things. So if the Lord requires these things from the children of Israel, who he says is his people, why don't you think Christians are doing it? They supposedly are children of God or following God. You understand? You got to think about that when you come, when you're here and you're thinking about your former life or what you used to do, and now you're here in this class and you're acknowledging these high holy days, holy convocations. You're thinking like, well, damn, nobody else is doing this. My whole family, you can't call them and tell them about this because they won't understand. They're not going to read that part of Leviticus. They don't even consider Leviticus 23 at all.
It gets skipped.
Yeah, it gets skipped. They'll rather read a psalm or a proverb, or they'll read Luke or something that Christ said just to keep you, engaged of some prosperity doctrine when we have orders that we have to follow. And that's why I ended with this was given to the children of Israel. Keep throughout all of your generations. We're teaching you this because this is the generation that we don't know these things. We have to relearn these things because we've forgotten. We've been Americanized. We've put on a culture of America, and we no longer did these things. At one point, we did these things without thinking about it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it didn't start with just us. We read in the book of Nehemiah when they didn't know about these things.
Mhm.
Nehemiah had to reteach it. You understand? That's why we brought that out in class, because it's so many generations that go past. You think of your little life. Well, we've been in America, Shalom, like what, like
How long?
400 years.
400.
400 years, right?
Something like that.
But let's say how long we've been free? About 150 years. About 1860. So 1860, about 150, 60 years.
Give or take.
Right, give or take, right? So think about that. So for about 150 years,
Mhm.
that's not a long time.
That's my great grandfather.
Yeah, this period of time, we've been Christianized and we've been Americanized and all these things, and taught to forget all of these things. And we didn't have these things in 1492 when we came here. You know what I'm saying? We was in Africa. You know what I'm saying? We're probably with African culture. You know what I'm saying? More than likely. You know what I'm saying? We probably had our own law. We don't know. We don't even know. That's how bad these people have done this. We don't even know what we were doing in Africa. There's no stories on what type of religion, I'm not gonna say religion, but customs we would follow, what culture we were under. We don't even know.
And if I may,
That's how, let me finish real quick and I'll give it to
yeah.
you. And if I may, that's so powerful to think about. It's so much period of time of history where we're just a blank slate, and we're just downloading other people's culture and doing whatever someone teaches us to do. Now we're getting back to our culture. We're learning what we're supposed to do. And we're not reading it from a book I wrote. We're not reading it from Tom Sawyer or whoever, author, Maya Angelou. I don't care who it is. You understand? We're reading it from the Lord by God, who taught us this and is telling us to keep this and bring this to us. So it's not my words. It's not the men up here that you see. It's not, Commander General Hunter's words. This is us learning this from the Bible, which is the book that the Lord has given us for guidance and instructions for us to get back to our culture and for us to make it out of this kingdom. Go ahead, if I may.
Now I was gonna say what you said is so important. You want to know what we was doing in Africa? What we was doing when we fled to Africa? If you read Matthew chapter 24, it tells you about how Christ warned us about the time where we was gonna flee into Africa. Why? Because the Europeans was looking for us. Because them the same niggas that built the great land of Egypt, and we don't know what those pyramids. We don't know how the pyramids was made. They can make great nations, and now it's our turn to have a great nation and go get those same niggas who built Egypt, right? Christ said, when you see them people in the book of Matthew chapter 24, I think verse 14 or 15, when they come, flee to the mountains. You see what I'm saying? Those mountains, when you look at where Israel was, you know what I'm saying, towards where the mountains was, that was Africa. That's how we wound up in Africa during biblical times. That's how they knew where to go to search for us. And what was we doing? We was doing everything according to the culture and the customs of the residents of Africa during that time. That's how they knew to come get us. That's the only way they was able to get us, because we wasn't keeping our own culture. We wasn't following our own God. We wasn't keeping our own laws. You see what I'm saying? So when they came and got us and they came and enslaved us, it was only for one reason. Like Deuteronomy 28:68 say, because he was not following my laws, statutes, and commandments. You see what I'm saying? And it's always the same pattern. But something so terrible and so destructive and so hideous and so traumatizing is going to happen to America, the same place that tells your children they can change their sex and they can change their gender, the same place that tells you that you can legally purchase marijuana and get high and do all of these different things, the same places that allows the killers of Emmett Till and George Floyd and Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin and so many others to just walk free, while they putting up murals of Charlie Kirk, who were calling you a monster and telling you that everything that's wrong with America is your fault. He's gonna do something very terrible in this place. You know what I'm saying? And this is the start of it right here. Was that it on that? Was it more? We're gonna close out with these prayers. You know what I'm saying? Give yourselves a hand. We're gonna close out with the prayers. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna eat afterwards. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Might have a couple of announcements to make afterwards. Men of Israel, this us up here. I might do, which means to stand. You saw about this us up here. This concludes the service. Service me. Sir?
La Yashala.
Laya Showers, me
Laya
to Israel. Go ahead. Service me. Sir? Right shoulder. I'm sorry, Christ. I might jump up on Yahakunah, which means to stand and face the east. We're gonna knock out these prayers in the Hebrew. Stand. We're gonna start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw.
Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Quadash.
Quadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Samkah.
Samkah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Barakah.
Barakah.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Tazakah.
Tazakah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Aratza.
Aratza.
Kawah.
Kawah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemayim.
Bashmai.
Nathan Lanawa.
Nathan
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call your one.
Call your one.
Select Lanawa. Kabawat now.
Kawalaf now.
To select now.
Kasalaf now.
Kabawat you now.
Kawalaf now.
Wala'ah.
Wala.
Kabayah now.
Kabayah.
Manasadawa.
Manasadawa.
Abo.
Abo.
Hawashina.
Hawashina.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Raikaya.
Raikaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Halakwa.
Halakwa.
Waha'al.
Wahal.
Wahata Parah.
Wahal. Wahal.
I will love you.
Wahal.
It's like I will love you.
Wahal.
The water.
The water of mine. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth.
Thy will be done in earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debts.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
forever.
And so be it.
So be it.
The water, amen.
The water of mine.
The water, so be it.
This is Sakat or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahshua.
Bahashim Yahshua.
Baba Kishah.
Baba Kishah.
Nathan Lanawa.
Nathan Lanawa.
Hakat.
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 Lapa'ah.
Lapa'ah.
Kol Makala.
Kol Makala.
Kol Manawa.
Kol Manawa.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Latahor.
Latahor.
Hamatazariah.
Hamatazariah.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Lahakwayim.
Hakat.
Hamafya.
Hakat.
Hakat. Arakwawa.
Hakat.
Hatama Allah.
Hakat.
Lagasha.
Lagasha.
Bahashim Yahshua.
The water. In English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shah.
To cast them out in the name of Yahweh.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is blessed Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahshua.
Bahashim Yahshua.
Balak Lanawa.
Balak Lanawa.
Why Yasha'al?
Why Yahshua?
Wahabaya Saparia.
Why Yahshua?
Bahashim Yahshua.
Bahashim Yahshua.
The water.
The water. In English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahari.
Al-Hahari.
Ayah.
Ma'ayah.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Azariah. Ma'ayah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ayah.
Shayah.
Aratza.
Wa-
Ayathan.
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 Lawak.
Ayathan.
Lawak.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
La'a, Shalom, Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yashan,
Yashan,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
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 Kazolka,
Kazolka,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Yanka,
Yanka,
Yamam,
Yamam,
Yashamash,
Hashemash,
La'a,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Wayara,
Wayarat,
Wayara,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamar,
Makorai, Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athapashka, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Aka,
Tazaka,
Wabawa Aka,
Wabawa Aka,
Ma'atha,
Ma'ata,
Wa'ayla Wallah.
Wa'ayla, in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the
I will
hills.
lift up my eyes to the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help coming from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalms chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai,
Alahai,
Adamayalaka,
Alahai,
Alta Karash,
Alta Karash,
Alta Shakwat,
Alta Shakwat,
Alkayahana,
Alta
Awayabjaka,
Awayabjaka,
Yahamayawan,
Yahamayawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Alamaka,
Alamaka,
Ya'awayamwa,
Yahamarun,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Atazawa,
Yahatazawa,
Atazapawanyaka,
Altazapawanya,
Amorwa,
Amor,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Walakakida,
Walakakida,
Magawya,
Magawya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yasakar,
Yasakar,
Yasa'ala,
Yasa'ala,
Alada,
Alada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Lawa,
Nawa,
Yasazawa,
Sazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alwa, Rathwa,
Rathwa,
Ahoya,
Alawa,
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 Wayashamai,
Wayashamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Awa Abba,
Awa,
Awa, Gabor,
Gabor,
Amawan,
Wayama,
Wa'amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Kalasha,
Alasha,
Anyashabya,
Anyashabya,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Ramashawar,
Ramashawar,
Lamawa,
Malawa,
Amam,
Amam,
Hayawa,
Hawa,
Harawat,
Jawa,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Ashalaham,
Ashalaham,
Kamadya,
Kamadya,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Kayabya, Yanakar, Mayashwa, Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayanda Ara,
Alawa,
Hayawa,
Hayawa, Dama,
La'adama,
La'adama,
Sayasamwa,
Samwa,
Nadai Yamawa,
Nadad, Yamawa,
Ka'aiwa,
Kayawa,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakatazor,
Wakatazor,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Konasaya Kamwa,
Konasaya Kamwa,
Ashor,
Ashar,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Nayarasha,
Nawarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Nayawa,
Nawa,
Alahai,
Alahai,
Alaya,
Alahaya,
Samwa,
Shadam,
Kagoldala,
Golgo,
Kakwash, Lapanya,
Kanya,
Rawakwa,
Rawaka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Kalaira, Kalaira,
Yaira, Wa,
Kalahaba,
Kalahaba,
Talaha,
Talaha,
Hayam, Pantaradama,
Pantaradama,
Masa Araka,
Masa,
Masa,
Wapasa,
Wapaska,
Wapaka,
Tabahala,
Malaha,
Panyaha, Kalawan, Waya, Wapaswa, Shamkwa, Yahawa, Yabaswa, Panyaha, Walawan, Waya, Wapaswa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabaswa, Waya, Mahawa, Adiai, Waya, Kapowa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Daiwa, Kaya Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Badka, Ayawa, it's like Alkoha, Aratism.
Keep not thy silence,
Silence.
O God,
Oh God,
hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace.
be not thy still,
and be not still.
O God,
Oh God,
for lo,
for lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make it tumult,
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
And consulted against thy hated one.
They have said,
They have said,
come
come,
and let us let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against
They are confederate against
the tabernacles of Edom
the tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab and the Hagarim
and the Hagarim,
Gabal
Gabal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek
and
and
Amalek,
the Philistines
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of
And
Tyre.
swords also joined with them.
A sword also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
do unto them as to the Midianites,
As to Sisera.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kishon,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as God for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make them nobles like Oreb.
And Zeeb.
And like the end,
Yes. Yea.
Yea,
All the princes of Zabah.
all the princes of Zabah,
And as Zamunah.
and that's Hamuna,
Who said,
who said,
let us take ourselves the houses of God in possession.
let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
Make them like a wheel.
make them like a
will.
will,
As a stubble before the wind.
as a stone before the wind,
As the fire burns the wood.
as the fire burns the wood,
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
And make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
Oh Lord.
O Lord,
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish.
and perish,
That men may know that thou,
that men may know that thou,
whose name alone
Whose
name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
most high of all.
The water Ammon.
The water.
It's the blessing to the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Mayaka Allah?
Why Mayaka?
Why Alahai?
Why
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Halawat Yahan.
Halawat Yahan.
Halawat.
Halawat.
Hasaranya.
Hasaranya.
Hakpataz Yan. Slack. Hakpataz Yanyum.
Hakpataz
Hakpayayayum.
Hakpayayayum.
Why? It's like Waha Akwafyan.
Yahweh.
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 Bahashim Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh.
The water.
In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless me, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahweh.
And General Yahweh.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officer.
The officer.
The trooper.
The trooper.
And the sister.
And the sister.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and
And all things live.
And all things live.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Sin evil.
Say
And curse.
And
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction.
To the heathen.
To the
And
heathen.
speak against us thy prophets.
That speak against us thy
The
prophets.
teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers. And the school.
Send evil.
Send evil.
And curse.
And curse.
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasure.
The treasure
Of the rich of Israel.
of the rich of
That
Israel.
refuse to get to the school.
Never refuse to get to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
Send into thy sanctuary. Send evil.
Send evil.
And curse.
And curse.
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And their drug
And their drug
den.
den.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison
The prison system.
system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
And the next synagogue.
And
The Roman Catholic Church.
the Roman Catholic
The
Church.
Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Religion. Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Every nation.
Every
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
The gay movement.
The gay
The
movement.
lesbian
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
It's a witchcraft.
Workers with
And the
witchcraft.
space program.
That's what's
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force. and Marie,
And
Wall Street, open up the internet,
Open up the internet.
and the airway, cable access channel,
Cable access
and the radio
And the radio
channel.
channel.
Convict the spirit
Convict the
of
spirit.
any of thy people
Any of thy people
that seek to stop us,
that seek to
and
stop
bring swift destruction,
and bring swift
to
destruction
all the heat,
to all the
that
heat.
stand in the way,
that stand in the
and
way.
try to stop us,
Or try to stop us
from broadcasting your word.
from broadcasting your
Throughout
word.
the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet.
Let us all to play.
Let us all to play.
Cause them to go to
Cause them to go to
and fro
and fro
through the earth,
through the earth.
and consume
and consume them.
Let the plague,
Let the plague
shake the house,
shake the house
of the thief,
of the thief
and the murder,
and the murder.
Let your house,
Let your house,
Michael and Gabriel,
Michael and Gabriel,
come down,
come down
and punish all the heathen,
and punish all the heathen
that come up against us.
that come up against us.
We speak
As we speak thy word.
cause it to be known.
Cause it to be known.
All.
All.
That is the angel that has done it.
That is the angel that has done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be
The
spread.
media.
The media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake it thy coming.
Cause it to shake it thy
In the
coming.
name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
This concludes the service. You know what I'm saying? Your Shabbat, sisters be seated. Men of Israel, prepare to salute the Torah. All right. Sorry, it's me. Two fist on. Up here. Bring it down some here. You know what I'm saying? We do it right now, we salute the Torah. This is what men in our ancient times would do. We would proclaim our oath on the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Promising to acknowledge our culture, promising to keep the promise of our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? So brothers gonna go to Imajim Shabbat, Imajim Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak. Yeah. What that means is Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Please watch over me and protect me and my people. You see what I'm saying? I pop Facebook card.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak. Yeah.
Sorry, it's me. And me scroll. Go ahead. Take your time. Right?
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Brakya.
Sign Christ. Young brother, come up. You. Step up here.
Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai Barak.
Oh, you almost had that. So there. We're gonna start over, right? I'm Shabbat. I'm Michael. Barak.
Barak.
No. Barak means put your fist over your chest. Right fist.
Oh.
That's Barak means salute. You know what I'm saying? So it goes, I'm Shabbat. I'm Michael. Barak. Now put your fist on the Torah. You're gonna say Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim.
Bashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Barak Yah.
Barak. Yeah.
It means Lord in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless and protect me. You see what I'm saying? So you swore, you are good.
So like you, sir. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You want to try again?
No.
Oh, you good? Go ahead. You're all good. You know what I'm saying? This concludes the service, though. So like, go ahead, pick that up.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna zip this up. We're gonna zip up the Torah. Very important when we're doing this. We always read with the Torah open. For those who don't know, this is actually, you know what I'm saying, our scripture written out on a scroll in its original language. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You close that up for me? You got any help?
Okay.
I got it. No worries. But we're going to reconvene September 30th, Day of Atonement. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this again. Anybody who has questions, bring your questions. And it is easy as it looks. I do. And with that, class is dismissed. Clap it up.